cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for long-term care or short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Steve Tate's Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers!
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the Scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers!
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10-Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10-Minute Lube. Go Scrap!
Futral Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futral Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers!
1 in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers!
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers.
At Elor School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
At UA Cossatot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for a long-term care or a short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Steve Tate Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started.
Join me now, Mark Trout. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, and we got the Halloween colors out in full force tonight. Both teams wearing the orange and black. Nashville tonight wearing their white uniforms with the orange trim. Not much black there, but Malvern, they're decked out in all their Halloween colors. Yeah, I tell you, both these clubs coming into tonight, Malvern has kind of hit a bad spot here the last couple of weeks, actually getting beat by a couple of teams that I was not expecting to happen, as the Leopards went down to Fountain Lake last week and then Bauxite the week before that. So the Leopards they got to win this game tonight to have a chance to go to the playoffs. That's the bottom line. So we think we will get their best effort tonight.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that they lost to Bauxite. That one not as surprising to me as the Fountain Lake game last week. That was the one that was really a bit shocking to me. I thought Malvern would win that easily, but because Malvern has lost 2 games and Scrappers sitting there with no losses in conference, and Arkadelphia, the only other team with 1, Nashville's they're basically you just got to make it official. They just have to win one of these last 2 games, and
they're gonna wrap things up, and you gotta like their chances. If not tonight, then next week when they're closing out the season with Genoa.
That's exactly right. Scrappers want to go ahead and win tonight, win next week, and go through the conference undefeated. Where they're moving the color guard off the field, there's a helicopter going to land here at midfield here shortly and bring the game ball in. I just saw it make a pass over, and that's what they're getting the color guard off the middle of the field. Nice looking place here, nice press box. We like coming here. It kind of reminds us of our place. It's made a little bit different, but a newer version of our press box. Doesn't have, it's just different, but very, very nice. Brand new field we're looking at here from the Malvern press box. So, well, they spent a lot of money over here in the past 10 years, Mark.
They really have, and Mike and I were talking about that before you got here this evening, and before the game, obviously, and just how, Malvern basically was trying to kind of copy us and outdo us, but Nashville kind of set the standard with, fields and press boxes in the state of Arkansas, especially southwest Arkansas, and, we've seen some nicer stadiums be built. Not nicer, I'm saying, nicer stadiums have come along since, but not nicer than Nashville. I mean,
well, it's plenty nice for us. I mean, right. What we've got is we're real proud of. This is a different type stadium. They got the new video board, not as large as ours, but very, very nice. They got new bleachers across the way, a new arena, a brand new field that was put down just this past summer. So a lot of good things going on here at Malvern, and right now they can have all that. We just want to come away with a win tonight in a football game.
That's the main thing. If the Scrappers win tonight, they clinch the conference championship, like you're saying, the first one since in 5 years, and it's also the first time that Nashville has beaten Malvern since 2019. So it's a lot of things the Scrappers can kind of check off tonight with a win here at Malvern, and here comes that helicopter.
Yeah, they're bringing in Life Net, bringing in the game ball to the Malvern turf right in front of us. We've done this at Nashville a few years back, so it's kind of a neat deal, kind of a something that a lot of these places like to do. It's good publicity for Life Net and the ambulance service that they provide here at Malvern. So they're going to get out and have that football that we're going to use tonight there, Mark.
Yeah, that is really cool that they're doing this. And, the fans out in the stands, they're loving this, and the kids especially, having a blast getting to see this tonight. And it's a really neat idea to have the game ball delivered like this.
But getting back to football, the Scrappers come in. Like I say, we can clinch a 7-4A conference championship tonight. One more game is remaining. That will be next Friday night, as we will close out the regular season at Nashville. It'll be senior night, so we will, as we just watched Malvern go out here and they honored their seniors. We'll be doing the same thing next Friday night at Nashville. So as I like to say, then the real season begins. It's the third season. It's the playoff season. It's win or go home, and Nashville would love to get in those playoffs and make some noise and eventually end up in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's always our goal.
Oh, that would be unreal to get back to Little Rock. It's been a few years since the Scrappers have been there. I guess 2015, but 10
That's
years
it. Yeah.
last time that the Scrappers were there and won it that year, finished with an undefeated season. What a year that was. And it'd be great, to return there. Coach Cheshire's first year. What an honor for him. He won it as a player, won it as an assistant coach, and now has a chance to win it as a head coach of the Scrappers.
That's exactly right. Brad Cheshire comes in his first year at Nashville doing just a remarkable job. He's got some help with him, some good assistant coaches. He's got some great kids as Nashville continues to hopefully get better week in, week out. And we talked about it last week some on the show, Mark. We thought this seems like it was just yesterday that we were starting up at Magnolia, and we're sitting here on week 9 tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I was thinking about that on the drive up tonight. This season has just flown by. It seems like we're already, just 1 week left in the regular season, and then you're not sure. We are hoping for 5 games in the in the postseason, or could we have a bye? I'm not even
no bye. I mean,
this year, so
what we're hoping for is to be the 1 seed, and we can nail that down tonight. If you're the 1 seed, we know that as long as you win, your first 2 games will be at home. You've got to have a little bit of help in round 3 if you want to look that far ahead. Somebody out of the third place team out of 8-4A would have to beat a team up in the north. But if that happened, which I would predict is going to be the Warren Lumberjacks, then they would also have to come to Nashville, and you never would leave a place that we love to call home.
Yeah, we would love to see that. I believe that was the same scenario in 2015 where we had all the games.
You are correct.
There at Scrapper Stadium, and it's so good having the games there at Scrapper Stadium, and just being in that routine and being at home and having the home fans there, and I'm really pulling for that to happen again this year.
Well, I'll tell you, the Nashville Scrappers had a great week of practice as we look at that, getting ready for this contest. The helicopter's gone. Now the cheerleaders are getting ready. They're bringing the color guard across the way, so we will take a break for the national anthem here shortly. But Nashville had a great week of football out there. Again, hopefully going to see us throw the football a little bit more tonight than we have in the past, and get that running game continuing to grow into to get going. The Nashville Junior High Scrappers last night ended up the conference champions as they beat this Malvern bunch at Nashville. So a good shout out to Coach John Martin along with Zach Stewart. Also over there was Coach Greenfield and Coach Turner. They did a great job with our youngsters over there, and they ended up 1 loss on the year. Shouldn't have lost that one, but we still were able to win the conference championship, and that's a big plus.
It's a huge plus, and plus, Coach, when that junior high is good, that just feeds into the senior high program. Some good-looking, young athletes. We're anxious to see them perform on the senior high level.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back as we get ready for the national anthem. Stay tuned to Scrapper Football.
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner, knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the Scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers!
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10-Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10-Minute Lube. Go Scrap!
Futral Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futral Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers!
1 in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers!
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845.
Getting ready to kick this thing off as we get closer and closer. Scoreboard says 3:53 to go before kickoff as the Leopards have come on to the field on one end, and they're getting prepared to come to the field. Nashville still not on that other end, Mark, but we're getting closer and closer to Scrapper football.
Getting very close to kickoff. While we have a minute, we want to thank a couple of our sponsors. Of course, the Hickory House, hosting the weekly coaches show, the Brad Cheshire coaches show each week, and you can't beat the food there, and enjoy the coaches show, enjoy a meal at Hickory House. And also, of course, want to thank Church on the Rock of Nashville for sponsoring our internet streaming here for the Scrapper broadcast.
Yeah, folks, if you're out there going to watch the game tonight, that's coming from the Church on the Rock. So if you need a church home, you can always go there. Always welcome. Also want to thank Scrap Media. Their crew made the trip up here tonight. Without their help, you're not watching it at home. That's for sure. So we appreciate all and everything that they do. A few other sponsors that I want to get on the air finished up the junior high season last night, and that was Chicken Express that fed all the officials as they did all year long for the junior high. We certainly appreciate Chicken Express. Also Sonic, they take care of the officials on Friday night. Simple Simons last night fed the press box. They've done it all year long, so we certainly appreciate those guys. York Gary has provided us a truck to pull that big trailer with, so a lot of folks that we're very, very, very appreciative of. And we've got a new thing. They're trying to say it's like my toy, but we want to say a big shout out, Mark. We're not using it tonight. It just came in this afternoon, but we got a new device that a lot of people across the country do not have. But Ray's Realty stepped up, and we actually have, hopefully we're going to make a run in these playoffs. We got a ball dryer and heater. You can take that football, put it in this case, and when it comes out, it doesn't make no difference how wet or how cold that ball is. It will be toasty and warm and dry, so that's going to be a big, big help, I think, down the road for the Scrappers, and we certainly appreciate Terry Ray, Dale Bennett, and Melinda Bennett for providing that as they purchased that, and that will not be out there today, but starting next Friday night, we'll have it on the sideline.
Yeah, that could be a huge advantage heading into the playoffs.
All right, and here's Mike. We'll go to him down there for the coin toss.
All right, Nashville, you travel, so you get to call this coin toss, okay? That's heads. That's tails. Tails. Heads. You call it in the air. You tell me what he said, okay? Here we go. Tails. Said tails? It is tails. You won the coin toss. You want to defer. You want football. Yes, sir. You want to defend the clock. All right, perfect, guys. You guys stand over.
Guys, Nashville won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half. Thank you, Dr. Glenn Lance and Nashville Family Dentistry for the sideline report.
Boy, I tell you, we couldn't have that sideline report without Mike down there and Dr. Glenn Lance. Boy, he has provided that for us all year long. He's done it for us for years, and it kind of gives us a perspective on the ball game that we normally would not get because he's right down there with the action.
It really does. I don't think I told you this. I had an opportunity to serve as a sideline reporter recently at an SAU game.
There you go.
And I got a whole new perspective on Mike's job every week. And I tell you what, that's a lot of work down there, trying to find out things, find out what's going on, follow the action. And sometimes you're closer to the action than you want to be as it's coming right at you. So, but we certainly appreciate Dr. Glenn Lance and Nashville Family Dentistry for making that part possible for us.
We certainly appreciate Mike Elliott going down there as both teams now come to the field, and we're getting closer and closer. And the opening kickoff, who you got for your sponsor there, Mark Trout?
For the opening kickoff coming up, we want to thank each and every week Tony Fothery Sand and Gravel. Tony Fothery Sand and Gravel for making that possible.
I'll tell you, Tony Fothery Sand and Gravel is getting this time of year where you're going to need a little gravel. The weather's going to change. The time is going to change this weekend, so it's going to get dark a whole lot quicker. You don't need to be driving around some road and all of a sudden there's no road anymore. So
exactly.
If you need something, Tony Fothery Sand and Gravel, they're your people you need to call.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we go out and we defer the opening kickoff, so we want to get our defense on the field and see what Malvern can do with it. And hopefully have a 3 and out and get this thing started right.
Yeah, we want to come out here and set the tone early. Like you said, stop Malvern if we can, but to also, have a good outing on our first offensive possession as well.
Well, they're going to come out, and there's a guy wearing number 7 for the Leopards tonight. His name is Tavion Clegg. Seems like he's been here forever. He is the running back. They will spread him out. They'll try to put him in space. They'll throw the football to him. He'll probably be out here returning punts, everything on the kickoff. So we got to be definitely ready for Tavion Clegg. Also, a tall kid by the name of Kyler Wright. He was actually the backup quarterback last year. The starting quarterback is now playing for Hot Springs High School, so it has definitely been something of an experience as they have changed quarterbacks for this Leopard team. So Nashville prepared to kick the football away. They're going to line it up right in the center of the field. Nashville in the solid, as they like to call them, the icy white uniforms with that pumpkin head orange helmet. Malvern dressed in the solid orange with the black helmet this evening as we're getting closer and closer to kickoff. So the Scrappers have the ball teed up, and we are closer and closer to getting this game started.
Yeah, I really like this look. The Scrappers have the all-white pants and jersey with the orange trim. Very sleek to me.
So Perez will tee it up for the Scrappers, and we will approach the football. We are underway here in this 7-4A contest. It's going to be a sky kick to that Malvern sideline, and they've got a lane to run in. Boy, I'll tell you, I thought he was going to go as he broke 1 or 2 tackles on that Scrapper sideline. So great field position for the Leopards as they'll line up in Nashville territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what we didn't want to see happen to begin the game. So Malvern's going to start with good field position in Scrapper territory down around the 45-yard line. I was looking back hoping to see a flag on the field, but nothing happening like that on that return.
You want to kick that sky kick, but you need to get some more height so that guy either has to fair catch it or you're all around him and you can't do anything with it. That kick was way too low, and that's just something that we got to work on there. So the Leopards will come out. They'll come with the empty set, doubles to the left side, and they're really going to overload that right side as that's a different looking formation. Got a lineman out there, look for him to go right with the football. Instead, they'll go right at the middle. That's going to be Clegg. He's going to break a tackle or two. Good yardage for Clegg as he's down about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, I thought we had him stopped right around the line of scrimmage. Instead, he breaks a tackle or two and gets 9 yards.
So the Leopards feeling good about themselves. After they come out, they put him in the Wildcat, as that was number 5, Janelle. And boy, how many of those guys have they had over the past years? So the quarterback will now come in the game. This will be Kyler Wright. He'll be in the shotgun. He'll have Clegg sitting to his left side. And he will hand it to Clegg, and Nashville right there. And he will not get the yard to gain, as it'll be no gain, maybe a little bit of a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. M.J. Johnson comes from that defensive end along with Irby and Abari Williams to make that stop.
Yeah, nice play that time by the Scrappers right there at the line of scrimmage to make the tackle, not letting the ball carrier get away that time, so no gain. And we'll see what the Scrapper defense can do on 3rd and short.
Well, I'll tell you, they're going to bring Janelle back in the contest, and he is a load.
Let's play some good blocking up front and good instinctive running by the quarterback for Malvern. That's right, as you mentioned, Kyler Wright carrying the ball, and he looked really good on that carry.
Well, he was from about, what was that, at the 40-yard line, about 40 yards, 38 yards out. So Leopards on for the point after as they take a 6-0 lead. Leopards got to win this game to stay in a chance to go to the playoffs. Kick is up, and it is good. And so with 10:32, Leopards strike first here on Halloween, 7-0 Malvern. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for Scrapper Football.
5930. Go Scrappers.
At Elor School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
At UA Cossatot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach
and put 7 on the board quickly as they prepared to kick the football away. 10:32 in the opening period. Nashville down 7-0. Deep kick. Northcross will take it at about the 8-yard line. He'll break it to the middle, and that's going to be hit up above the shoulders. And really dropped that time was Northcross, and boy, that was a big hit for the Leopards.
That looked like a clothesline. Reminds me of that old movie, the Longest Yard, back in the day with Burt Reynolds, and that clothesline play right there just took our player down.
So the Leopards will be on defense for the first time. The Nashville offense breaks the huddle from the sideline. They'll come out to the right hash mark. Jacoby Hobson will be your quarterback. Bryce Perrin will be the running back in the pistol formation right behind him. Doubles to each side for the Scrappers. They trail it 7-0 here in the early going. We'll put in motion. That is going to be Applegate in orbit motion, and we will fake it to the back. Now Hobson's going to be dropped for a loss in the backfield, as the Leopards was not fooled by any of that window dressing, eye candy, whatever you want to call it right there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Malvern has, I believe, better team speed than we saw in the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure Hobson's going to be able to break away like he did last week.
So Hobson looking to throw. We'll swing it out, and we'll get the ball to Perrin up the sideline, and that'll be close to a first down, as Bryce Perrin will have the first down for the Scrappers. So a nice little pitch and toss out there by Hobson to Perrin.
Yeah, that was a nice play by the Scrappers. Perrin doing a good job picking up some yards after the catch. Gets the first down up around the 34-yard line. The Scrappers in business.
Nashville will go with the tempo, put doubles to each side. Ball lays on the left hash mark. Hobson with it, and he will give it to Perrin up the right side for a gain of about 3-4 yards. Right over that right side behind big Deshaun Hawkins and also Jace Wright over there.
Yeah, not a lot that time, but, just trying to test out the center of the line for Malvern and also keep that defense honest. I expect the Scrappers to do more on the outside like they did with the short pass to Perrin a moment ago, but got to run some up the middle as well.
So 2nd and 6, we'll go empty. We'll put a man in motion. That's going to be Perrin. He'll come back to the pistol position. There's the snap. We'll fake it. Now Hobson wanting to throw, and that's going to be incomplete as he tries to spot up to Chambers, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Nashville offense.
Yeah, good coverage that time by Malvern. That pass a little off target. Chambers had a chance at it, but was covered. And we'll bring up 3rd and, like you said, about 6 yards to go.
So 3rd down and 6. The ball's on the left hash. Doubles to the right side. One receiver to the left. Hobson looking to throw again. All day long to throw. He will throw late, and it will go incomplete, as he was looking for Jefferson across the middle. Nashville's going to have to come on and punt. So the Leopards do their job defensively as they have a 7-point lead and force Nashville to punt the football.
Yeah, this is basically the opposite of what you and I hope to see to begin the game. We wanted to see a good defensive stop by Nashville and then a scoring drive, and it's been the opposite with Malvern. The Leopards having that scoring drive first and now forcing a punt from the Scrappers.
So Moody on to punt the football. Staggers will snap it. High punt. Moody has to go get it, and he'll punt it away. And that ball is going to bound down, and it will take a Malvern roll. We'll need to pick it up. Go ahead and pick that football up. It's live. We need to pick it up. They finally blow the whistle. And so a good job by Moody going up the ladder to get that football. It was a high snap by Jalen Staggers.
Yeah, I thought at first he was going to get over his head, and fortunately he was able to leap up and make the catch and then get off a punt. And a fairly decent punt at that. He's back Malvern up inside their own 40, so much deeper starting field position this time for the Leopards.
Well, the Nashville defense needs to come alive. That Nashville defense has been so good all year long for the Scrapper football team, and they need to step up again right here as the Leopards are bringing a man on late, as they're going to have a full house backfield back there with the quarterback. And that he's going to fumble the football. We're going to lock him up right there, and that will be a loss on the play.
That's a loss of about 5 yards that time. by the Leopards. And, the bad snap, either that or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the Scrappers all over it. They were there almost as quickly as the ball was on the ground.
So it'll bring up a second, and we're going to call it about 15 to go for the Malvern offense. Wright, the quarterback, will be in the shotgun. He'll have Clegg, the very talented running back, to his left side, with trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. And he will hand the football right up the middle. They will go. Nice piece of running as they'll get close to the original line of scrimmage, about a yard short. So it'll bring up a third down and 11 for the Malvern offense.
Yeah, not a whole lot there that time for the Leopards. And Scrappers, I'm sure, looking to see a pass from Malvern here on 3rd and long.
So Leopards going to send 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. That's the Malvern sideline, 2 to the right side. Doubles on each side. Wright will put a man in motion across the formation. There's the snap. He's going to roll to his left, throws across the body, and it's going to be picked off. In and out of the hands. Should have been picked off by Josh Walker. Man, it hit him right in the hands, and he drops it. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Malvern offense, and they'll bring the punt team on.
Yeah, that would not have been the toughest interception that he has made this year. He's caught at least one that was more difficult than that, but just couldn't hold on that time. But he does manage to, not let the pass get through. Brings up 4th and long for the Leopards, and Nashville should get the ball back here pretty much where they were on their last drive.
And there's the snap where we come right after that punt, and Gray will have to retrieve back as that ball will get a Malvern Leopard bounce, and they'll pick it up at about the 21-yard line, and the offense comes on for the second time. So good job by the defense right there. Should have been a pick, but we'll take it, just getting the ball back, trailing 7-0 with 7:32 to go in the first, Mark.
Yeah, Josh Walker, he had you almost couldn't ask for a better, pass to pick one off. It was right in his hands, had both hands on it. I think he was maybe as much surprised as anyone else was, and just not able to hold on. But still, the Scrappers get the ball. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own about 21-yard line, and a chance now to tie this game.
So the ball's in the middle of the field, trips to the left side. We'll run the power read, give it to Perrin on the outside zone there, and he will get maybe 2 or 3 yards before he's thrown out of bounds. As they say, that will be a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 to go for the Nashville offense.
Yeah, that was 3 tough yards as well, as Perrin ran into a couple of Malvern defenders who, like you said, kind of slung him down there toward the end, and but Perrin able to hold on and pick up some positive yards.
Hobson takes it. Now it's going to be quarterback draw. Right up the middle goes Jacoby Hobson, and he's going to be brought down. Well, I tell you, if they don't get him right there, he still could be running, Mark.
Yeah, someone grabbed an ankle or a foot that time. Otherwise, he is gone. He almost broke through to the second level, just couldn't quite get through that arm tackle at the line of scrimmage.
So Hobson now will have Perrin in the pistol behind him with a receiver to the left side. Looks like the Leopards trying to come off the edge, bring some pressure. And Nashville's going to change the play. Looks like they're still bringing pressure is Malvern. And we will give it right up the middle. Nice piece of running that time. And I believe that might have been Northcross instead of Perrin in there. As I get a number, that's going to be that would be Miles Hawthorne in the ball game. So good to see him out there getting some carries.
Yeah, it is, and got the first down for the Scrappers. Keep this drive going.
Correction, that was Perrin. I'm sorry.
Gets to the 36, and that's where Nashville will have it 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, Hobson again, quarterback draw, and he will be hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll spin out of a tackle and fall forward for positive yardage. So a gain of about 2 to bring up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, not much there that time for Hobson. Didn't have the threat of breaking away like he did on his previous carry, but still gets a couple yards, something positive, something the Scrappers can build on here. And let's see what the Scrappers want to do, what Coach Ledford dials up here on 2nd down.
So trips to the right side, and Chambers is the blocking back on this right side. And again, it's going to be Hobson keeping it on the power read. He'll spin out of a tackle. Up the Nashville sideline goes Jacoby Hobson, and smartly steps out of bounds. No need to get hit when you don't have to, as he runs out of real estate, but not until he moves the chains.
Moves the chains, gets into Malvern territory, keeps this drive going, and now the Scrappers getting closer to hopefully tying this game.
7-0, 5:28 to play here in the opening period. As Nashville goes quickly, again, Hobson will give it to Perrin left side, and he'll carry for positive yardage over that left side right behind big Jameson McIntosh. Also over there, Jace Wright, and they'll have a nice gain of about 3 or 4 yards. It'll bring up second down. We'll call it 5 to go.
Yeah, and what's really interesting about that is Perrin had about 4, maybe even 5 before he ever got touched by a Malvern defender.
And again, we'll hand it to Perrin. Perrin over the left side, and he'll pick up the first down. Good piece of hard running there by Bryce Perrin, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, good running by Perrin, but also the offensive line right now just really plowing through Malvern.
They have been good all year in that run game as Nashville's trying to pick up that passing game. Hobson, your quarterback. He'll send 2 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver to the right. Jacoby Hobson barks the signals, and this time he will keep it on his own. He'll try to cut back as the ball comes out, and I think Malvern comes up with the football.
Yeah, that ball, he just lost control. I didn't even see anyone hit it. It looked like he just lost control of it, and it just kind of popped forward, and I think Malvern recovers at their own 31-yard line. That's a tough break on such a promising drive by the Scrappers.
So Nashville down 7 points, gives it up on the first turnover of the night, and the Leopards will have it after picking up the fumble as Hobson just let it fall out of his hands as that ball would be placed down right across that 30-yard line to about the 31. So back comes the Leopard offense. That'll be Wright, the quarterback. He'll have Clegg in the backfield with him along with Janelle. 2 receivers to the left side. He's going to hand it, and there comes the pressure by that Nashville defense. That's what we're used to seeing. Braden Irby drops him for a huge loss as the Leopards go the other way.
Yeah, Nashville's defense seems to be getting stronger each time Malvern has a possession. I'm still a little bit surprised that Malvern able to come out and score on that first possession.
So it'll be second down. We're going to call it 17 to go for the Malvern offense. They'll send 2 receivers to each side. Ball lays in the center of the field. Wright, your quarterback, looking to throw. He's going to try to throw late, and now that's in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, and it goes incomplete, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 17.
That was another one that had an opportunity for Devontae Gillum to pick off. Bounced off the intended receiver, deflection just a little short. Gillum was trying to time it, trying to come up and catch it in midair, just couldn't quite get there, about a step too far away.
So 3rd down and 20 now, we'll call it. Wright in the gun with 2 receivers to each side. He has a back to his right side. Setting up the screen are the Leopards, and they'll get it to Clegg. Great defensive play as he reads it all the way through, and that's a Barry Williams, and he says, "You're not running the screen on me tonight." It brings up 4th down, but a great play by the linebacker of Barry Williams.
Yeah, and I think it's another loss for the Leopards that time. I think they lost a yard or 2, and Malvern's going to have to punt once again.
So the punt team will come on. Gray now stands right at midfield at the 50-yard line. Scrappers got to get the offense going right here, as they will have 9 players, and they'll get out of it as they will punt this football. And now Gray's going to pick it up on the bounce to keep it from getting a Malvern bounce, and Nashville pretty decent field position there, Mark.
Yeah, this is their best starting field position of the night. Their third drive, and they're going to start at their own 43-yard line. So the Scrappers picking up close to where they left off. They were inside Malvern territory, but not too far away. So hopefully the Scrappers can come out here. They're getting a little bit farther each drive. Let's see if they can punch one in the end zone here on their third attempt.
So Nashville will come out, as that will be Luke Lacey over the football for the Scrappers. Hobson is your quarterback with Perrin right behind him in the pistol. Here's the snap, and again, we'll give it to Perrin, outside zone, and he'll run, he'll spin. Nice piece of running there by Perrin, and he will have a Nashville first down. So, boy, I tell you, we really we lost Tucker Dixon. Tucker Dixon, just a heck of a running back, and Perrin has come in, and he has run just as tough as Dixon.
Yeah, Perrin is really having a good night so far tonight. Some good, hard, earned yards, and that time picking up
about 10 yards on the carry.
So we'll go empty. This time we'll fake it to Perrin as Hobson will try to keep it up the right side. Now he'll cut back against the grain. Nice move by the quarterback, and he's going to lose the ball again, and it goes into the hands of Jefferson. We got lucky again as they swiped it from the hands of Jacoby Hobson, so a good job there by Jefferson to come away with the football.
Yeah, one of the Malvern players just came in there and just swiped at the ball, knocking it loose from Hobson, and fortunately the ball just kind of pops up and right into Jefferson's outstretched arms, and he able to make the recovery. Keep control.
Keyshawn Jefferson in the right place at the right time. So trips to the left side as Hobson goes and picks the towel up, as he'll have the Perrin in the backfield in the pistol, as Carson Chambers will be the blocking back as the ball lays on the right hash. And now there's going to be a whistle, and I believe we're calling timeout. And that will go against the Scrappers. We'll take it with them. 2:39 to play in the first period. Nashville down to the Malvern Leopards, 7-0. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Our financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for long-term care or short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50
Snap
years.
will hand it to Perrin, and Perrin will move forward again, getting positive yards right behind that big Nashville offensive line for the first down.
Yeah, they got the first down inside the 35 down to about the 34, just inside the 34 of the Leopards. This is about where they fumbled on their last possession. Let's see if they can hold on this time and get it into the end zone.
There's been some miscues by the Scrappers so far. That big goose egg on the board we're not used to seeing. So Hobson with Perrin to his left side. He'll have three receivers to the left. Now it's going to be quarterback draw. Right up the middle goes Jacoby Hobson. Hobson with good speed up that sideline, and he'll step out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And you can see how sudden Hobson can be.
Yeah, and he got a heck of a block down here on the right side of the offensive line as he was faking a pass and then took off and made a cut. And when he made that cut, he got a great block that just sprung him down inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 5. And the Scrappers now very close to getting the potential tying touchdown.
So that ball lays in at right at the 5-yard line as Hobson and the rest of the team looks over to the sideline. Two receivers to the left side as Perrin's right behind Hobson in the pistol. And we will give it to Perrin right at the middle. He'll go. Touchdown, Scrappers.
Yeah, nice play. And again, good blocking. The offensive line tonight really doing a great job opening some holes, and the Scrappers now with a chance to tie it.
Good job by Perrin. Boy, he really gets down and runs behind those pads and got into that end zone. Great blocking up front, as you said. And Flores will now come on for the point after, and we'll try to tie this ball game. So Staggers is your snapper. Gray is going to hold the football. And there's the placement down. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:02 to go in the first quarter, we tie it up 7-7. We'll be back for the Scrapper kickoff here shortly. You're listening to Nashville Scrapper Football.
Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Steve Tate Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers!
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner, knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan.
As always this season, sponsored by First Trust Home Loans and Robbie Stavely.
And there's the kick by Perez again. They'll try to return it up the Nashville sideline, and we'll knock him out of bounds. That'll be Janelle on the return. We have got to get a little bit more height out of that kick from Perez, or that could be trouble for us over there.
Yeah, that one was very short. I think it's shorter than the kickoff to begin the football game, where we saw it return, into Scrapper territory. But Scrappers down there that time, good coverage on the kickoff, and Malvern's going to start just inside their own 40. We'll call it 39.
So the ball will lay on that right hash as Malvern huddles on that sideline. We're all tied at 7 points apiece, 1:58 to go here in the opening period. Another 7-4A conference game, and everybody we play, Mark, is going to give us their best effort. We know that's coming up.
Oh yeah, every game that is going to happen with the Scrappers. We've seen that for years and years, and it's good that now the Scrappers, are playing at that same level that we're accustomed to seeing them play.
So Wright Lake getting on the field as now we'll have a whistle and a timeout as Coach Fogelman down here talking to one of the officials. And I guess, did they take a timeout? Or is that an official timeout?
I never saw an indication that it was a timeout. Looking at the scoreboard, it does look like the Leopards chose to use one of their timeouts.
Yeah, Coach Fogel and I are very happy with one of the officials on the sideline right there.
Yeah, not sure. Did you see anything happen that looked questionable to you?
No.
I didn't see anything like that. But while we have a minute, let's thank our internet streaming sponsor again, the Church on the Rock of Nashville, for making the broadcast possible around Nashville, around Howard County, and around the world, as we always like to say. And also, we want to thank, as always, of course, Dr. Glenn Lance and Nashville Family Dentistry for our sideline reports, and we'll be getting an update from Mike here.
Yeah, Mike, are you down there? Did you see anything happen on that play? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can.
Coach Fogelman is still talking to the official over here. Did you catch anything out that way? Mike, you got us?
Yes, sir.
Did you see anything happening down there? Coach Fogelman not very happy?
I did not. There was a lot of action going on after the whistle, but I never did see exactly what went on.
All right. We will appreciate it. Mike Elliott down there on that sideline for us tonight is trying to bring us some things that we may not know. So the Leopards come up and put two receivers on the short side of the field. That's the Nashville sideline. Wright's going to take the football. He's going to keep it on his own over the left side, and he'll get a gain of about 2-3 yards on it. And then coming up is going to be Josh Walker. Also on that tackle for Nashville is going to be Gray coming up from that safety position.
Yeah, really the quarterback has been the best ball carrier so far tonight for the Leopards. And then for Malvern, that's not something you normally see, and might not be what they want to see tonight.
So they'll change quarterbacks, and this will be the speedy Jacobs now that comes in the game. They play two quarterbacks. I have it starred here. That is going to be Jabari Jacobs back there in the Wildcat, but he's actually the quarterback. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. They just try to get him in space because he can run similar to Clegg.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen Clegg carry the ball more for the Leopards here in the early going.
So Jacobs will stay in the game. He's going to send 2 receivers to each side, and Clegg will be in the inside slot on the Malvern left side. He'll put him across the formation. They'll fake it. Now they're going to throw the quick slant, and it's in and out of the hands. Good defensive play there by the Nashville defense as that's Gillum knocking it away from the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I think for Nashville that was also Lucas Elliott coming in and maybe getting one of the arms of the receiver hitting the arm and forcing the ball to come loose. So a good play defensively by the Scrappers brings up another punting situation where the Leopards try a fake here. They're lining up like they're going to punt.
Well, Nashville sends 2 back deep this time. We're going to try to return something, it looks like. There's the kick, and it's a low-line driver, and it's going to bound down. And Gray will fall on it. It really didn't need to do anything on that ball, just get away from it, but he falls on the football, and that's a good punt for the Leopards as they flip the field on us.
Yeah, nice punt by Malvern, and Gray making me nervous there, going for it. The ball had just about stopped moving at all, and then he goes in to dive for it, and Coach, you know as well as anyone, that ball is a funny shape, and sometimes it will bounce funny, especially when you touch it or fall on it like that. And I was getting real nervous. I don't know if you were or not either.
I was wanting him to get away from it.
Yeah, that was kind of me at that point.
So Nashville works left to right on your radio dial. They'll send trips to the right side. Hobson gives it right up the middle. Perrin running tough for a tough 5 or 6 yards right through that A gap, right behind Lacey. Also Jace Wright and Bradley playing the guard positions tonight for the Scrappers.
Yeah, Scrappers have had a couple plays, that one included, where it looks like they're about one tackle away from really breaking a big one. We saw that with Hobson earlier. We thought he was going to take one the distance. That time, Perrin almost broke one big.
We're going to swing it out to the right side, and boy, that's good defense by the Malvern defenders as we get it to Applegate in space. But boy, just too many orange jerseys coming across they'll drop us for a loss on that play. As the first quarter is going to come to a close, we got a tie ball game. Nashville 7, Malvern 7. We get ready to go to the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner, knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more
sponsor for the second quarter there.
Second quarter sponsor, as always, all season long, Wild Ivy Salon. We appreciate Wild Ivy sponsoring our second quarter and Scrapper football.
And Nashville starts the second quarter with a third down. Hobson tries to go across the middle to Gillum, and that pass goes incomplete, so we'll have to punt the football again.
Yeah, good defensive play that time by Malvern, not letting Hobson have much time back there to set up and find a receiver, and then good coverage downfield in the secondary. So Malvern's defense on that possession tightened up somewhat and not really letting Nashville get anything on that series.
Scrapper's got a man late coming on for this punt team. We don't need to back it up any further. So Moody back to punt. We need a good snap. Need to snap it. He'll get it away before he has a penalty. Nice high punt that time by Moody. It's going to bound down, and it will go out of bounds at about the 45-yard line of the Leopards.
That was a nice high kick. As you said, a good hang time that time, and
that's what I want to see out of our kickoff.
Yeah, I mean,
on the hang time.
A little bit deeper, but yeah, hang time definitely. That one just, when it hit the ground, it just took a sideways bounce. We're talking about the football bouncing funny. That time it did. It just hit the ground and immediately just bounced to the side. And Malvern will take over at their own 45-yard line. Early in the second quarter, we're tied at 7 as this second quarter just underway. 11:47 to play, and Coach Wild Ivy, we always appreciate their sponsorship here in the second quarter.
So here we go, right back in the game. He's going to hand it off to Clegg, and boy, he's cut down after about a gain of 1 or 2 yards, and he meets up with the linebacker, Abari Williams. Nice job. That's the way you play linebacker right there, Mark Trout.
Yeah, he was right there, right on top of it. Very short gain for the Leopards.
So to bring up second down and 8 for the Malvern offense is Wright will stay in the ball game. Clegg will be the running back.
I'm ready for the Scrappers to get one of those interceptions they've been so close to here
so far in this contest.
So Wright will take it again. He is going to throw it out in the flat to the blocking back. It goes incomplete. It was not a lateral. Nashville right there on top of it again. There's that linebacker, Barry Williams, and a good job by Hayden Gray coming up from the safety position, brings up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Barry Williams, we've called his name, it seems like, so many times this season, and he's off to a good start here tonight.
Yeah, Williams had 11 tackles last week, so he is going up that tackle chart. So doubles to each side, and Nashville almost getting in that neutral zone as that's big Jadon Williamson. No flag as they're going to roll right to the right side. He's going to throw late, and that's going to be too short for the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 4th down for the Leopards.
Yeah, I thought Jadon had maybe gone across the line, but no flag, and officials right there on top of it, and you can't miss Jadon if he's.
You can't miss him.
If he's across the line of scrimmage, you're going to see that. So the officials right there, nothing offsides, and a break for the Scrappers as now Malvern forced to punt once again.
Yeah, both teams exchanging punts here in the last 2 or 3 possessions. So Scrapper offense has got to get going over there, and let's see if we can get some points on this board. We're all tied at 7 apiece with 11:08 before half. Here's the punt by the Leopards, a nice spiral-leading punt, and that's going to be a fair catch taken by Nashville right at about the 20-yard line by Trendon Northcross.
Yeah, good job. He could tell that was had good hang time on it, and he could feel the coverage coming down, converging on him. So a wise decision, taking the fair catch, and Scrappers will start this drive at about their own 21-yard line.
Got to get something going. We need something. We need a big play. We need some big yardage plays right here. As we've run it up and down, we've thrown it a little bit, but we need a big yardage play right here. So Hobson's going to come into the game at quarterback, as he'll have the bunch set to the right side. Perrin now will take it right up the middle, and boy, he'll be upended way up in the air. But another nice run there by Bryce Perrin for a gain of about 6-7 yards on that play.
Yeah, Perrin's getting some tough yards here tonight. Not big numbers, but tough yards, and putting Nashville in some 2nd and shorts. This one's going to be 2nd and about 5, maybe 4 for the Scrappers.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 4. Nashville's going to send trips to the right side with Perrin in the pistol right behind Hobson. And again, a big hole. Perrin up the sideline. Perrin all the way cut across the 50, and they'll catch up to him. He's down at about the 44, 45-yard line. But how about that hole on that left side behind Big Jamison, McIntosh, and Jace Wright?
Yeah, the Scrappers really opening some holes on the offensive line tonight. We've seen several big plays like that. And that time, Perrin able to take advantage of it, picks up the 1st down at the 45 of the Leopards.
So again, same formation, trips to the right side, one receiver to the left. Hobson, double move, got a wide open receiver. We're going to catch it and drop it. Carson Chambers had a touchdown. He was behind the Leopard defender by about 8 or 9 yards, brought it into his body and just dropped it. It was 6 points.
That's what I was going to say. It was a little bit thrown a little bit too far, but he got both hands on it, was bringing it in, and when he brought it in, that's when he lost control. So that's one he's going to be probably shaking his head over for a while.
So 2nd and 10, Hobson in the gun. Again, this time he will keep it on his own. Quarterback draw. Hobson up the sideline, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. And another good run by the quarterback, Jacoby Hobson.
Yeah, Hobson that time. Again, another fake. Looked like he might throw. Instead, tucks it and takes off. Gets another 1st down for the Scrappers. And Scrappers now 1st and 10 at the 25 of the Leopards. Scrappers have a chance to take the lead for the first time here tonight.
10 minutes on the clock before half, all tied at 7 apiece. Hobson gets the play from Coach Todd Lefford. Again, trips to the right side. Carson Chambers the blocking back on the right side. And again, Hobson will keep it. He'll go to the 20. He'll cut back at about the 15, and then he'll be corralled there and pull defenders with him as he gets another couple tough yards as he's down inside the 15-yard line to about the 13.
Yeah, Hobson, I don't think he's the best runner Nashville's ever had, but he changes directions as quickly as any Nashville runner I can think of. He is so quick to be running one way and then just like that, just turn and start going another direction. He does that so well, and that time able to pick up another 5 or 10 yards with the change of direction.
Well, we'll bring in Staggers and Chambers on the left side. We'll give the ball to Perrin. Right up the middle, Perrin will go. Nice, tough running all the way to about the 6-yard line. And Nashville can get a first down inside the 4 to about the 3. So right back in the formation we go, same formation, pistol formation. Again, we'll give it to Perrin, and this time we're going to cut him down, but he'll still get positive yardage, and he's down to about the 4-yard line. And he's going to be a yard short. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1, and here comes the jumbo package.
Yeah, Scrappers have 2 chances to pick up 1 yard. I like their chances here.
So Perrin will be your quarterback in this jumbo formation as they'll bring in the beef. That's Jadon Williamson, Abari Williams, and Braden Irby. Now we'll shift it to the right side. Perrin is going to take into that football and try to get this for first down. He will, and he's right at the goal line as he knocks on the door at the 2-yard line. First down, Scrappers.
Yeah, easily got the first down and got close to the touchdown. Are they going to mark that at the 2 or inside the 2? Look like it's going to be right about the 2-yard line.
2-yard line. We're going to keep that jumbo package in there with the big boys.
I thought he got a little bit closer that time, but still 2 yards to go, not too bad.
Jumbo right, and again, Perrin will take it right side into the end zone. He'll go, and just like that, Nashville takes the lead 13-7.
Yeah, nice job up front again by the offensive line, opening a hole. That was all Perrin needed that time, and he's in the end zone for his second score tonight.
So on comes Flores as Gray will hold the football. Nashville trying to take a 7-point lead after going up 13-7. Let's see if Flores can split these uprights. Waiting on the point after. And we'll have a new score. There's the kick. It is up. It is good. It was 8:26 to play here before half. Nashville takes a 14-7 lead. You're listening to Scrapper Football 99.5 and the YouTube network through Scrap Media. We'll be right back.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers.
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10-Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10-Minute Lube. Go Scrap.
Futral Marine has been in business for over 75
Nashville has taken a 14-7 lead, 8:26 to go here before half, and here's the approach by Perez as he will again kick that sky kick to the 20. They'll return it out of there. That's going to be Jacobs. That should be a block in the back and no call, but a good job getting down the field for the Nashville kickoff team. Man, I'll tell you what, that guy has been down there most of the year, and that's going to be Lyndon Manley on the tackle for the Scrappers.
Yeah, good coverage by the Scrapper special teams. And while we have just a minute, we want to thank once again First Trust Home Loans and Robbie Stavely, our touchdown sponsors for Scrapper football this season, and we've mentioned their names a time or two this year, haven't we?
Well, I'll tell you, Robbie Stavely has gotten the best advertising of anybody on these broadcasts as they come after every touchdown. Nashville scored a few of them. So 14-7, 8:20 to play here as the Leopards come out, and that will be Wright, the quarterback. He'll have Clegg to his left side, 2 receivers to the left side, blocking back right behind the right tackle as the ball lays in the center of the field. As they'll give it to Clegg on that right right side, nowhere to go. It's just a white wall. It looks like an avalanche. There's M.J. Johnson, Staggers, and Irby, and it just collapses on Clegg.
Yeah, our defensive line is basically just steamrolling the offensive line of Malvern, and that's what happened that time. Malvern just trying to hold them off, and like you said, it was kind of an avalanche of the Nashville players just pushing them over and coming through, and nothing happening. A loss of a couple that time for the Leopards.
So 2nd and 12, Wright the quarterback, as the ball lays on the right hash. He'll take it, wants to throw. Looking downfield, he's got a man streaking up the sideline, and that ball will be thrown in and out of the hands as actually had a chance to catch that ball. Boy, Wright did a good job placing it where nobody could get it besides the Malvern receiver, but it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that was a nicely thrown pass, and like you said, really should have been caught. That was Jabori Jacobs, who was the intended receiver, one-on-one coverage, and he had the reception. If he just held on, couldn't hold on, though. It was good coverage. I mean, our defender was right there, just like you said, perfectly thrown pass from Wright.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 12 as the ball lays inside the left hash mark. They'll send 3 receivers in the bunch set to the left side on that wide side. Wright, your quarterback. He's going to roll to his right. Now there's going to be a whistle and a stop and play. Let's see what we got. Dead ball foul, delay of game will be called against the Leopards, so they'll back them up 5, and it'll bring up 3rd and 17.
I'd be interested to know how much yardage the Leopards have since their opening drive when they scored their touchdown, because since then they have really, I'm not sure they've gotten a first down since then.
So here we go, the 3rd and 17 for the Malvern offense. Bunch set again to the left side. Wright, your quarterback. Going to roll to his right. Pressure comes. Looking downfield, and he'll throw it to the sideline. So another good job by the Nashville defense, and they'll force the punt.
Yeah, that ball well out of bounds. No chance for the receiver, Kalen Cooper, to come down with it. It was a couple yards out of bounds, and good coverage even if they had been in bounds. There's a couple scrappers there defensively. And it's going to be Malvern needing to punt once again, facing 4th and 17. And Scrappers should come out of here with good field position. They got Gray back at the 50-yard line.
Also back there joining will be Trendon Northcross. I'd like to see a return. This guy's punted the ball well for the Leopards tonight, and he'll punt it away. Another high kick, and that'll be Gray. He's going to catch it this time and try to return it, and they're going to knock him down at about the 39, and he was down as the ball came out as the ground caused the fumble. And Nashville's offense will come out at about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, the official made that. He didn't let any doubt creep in anyone's mind. He's pointing to the ground as soon as that ball came out. And it was obviously grayed down that time before he lost control. And Scrappers will have it at about their own 39 to start this drive.
Well, we need to put another touchdown on the board as we lead at 14-7, 7:23 to play here in the contest. As Nashville's offense will come out again. Got a new toy in today. It is a ball warmer and dryer thanks to Ray's Realty. We appreciate those guys, and it will come in helpful as we move to colder weather. Hobson going to hand it over the right side. That's Bryce Perrin on the outside zone. Good blocking by the receivers downfield. He'll step out of bounds after he picks up the first down.
Yeah, just a good blocking for Perrin. Just gave him plenty of room, sealing off the side as he turned the corner on that far sideline, picks up the first down, and the Scrappers now inside Malvern territory at the 49.
Nashville goes with a high tempo. They'll move up to the ball quickly. Again, we're going to hand it to Perrin. We keep feeding him back there in that backfield. A gain of about 5 or 6, and we just keep going forward.
The Scrappers really moving the ball, and I can't say enough good things about the offensive line here tonight.
Well, there comes a flag out late by the head official himself. I don't know if he got it on our coaching staff or he got it on, and Coach Brad Cheshire not happy at all.
And now the official sideline, and I think that's going to be like a second flag.
So sideline warning is the call against Nashville, and then he throws the hat. They're going to back. This may be a 30-yard penalty.
So I think he's calling Nashville for 2 sideline penalties in a row right there. You know, the first is just a warning, so I don't know what Coach Cheshire said that time that elicited that response from the head official, but he didn't like it, whatever it was.
Well, have they moved us back?
It looks
No, it didn't look like they're going to mark out. It looked like they had official ready to mark it back into the far end zone that time, but they
we come away without a penalty. I thought
he looked like he was mad enough to mark us for 2 or 3 penalties consecutively there.
We're going to call it 2nd and 10. So I don't know. Screen set up by the Scrapper defense. It's going to be picked off as one of the defensive linemen stepped right in front of that football as we had it set up.
We do have a flag on the near sideline away from the ball. I'm not sure what that's going to be. I'm not sure the interception is going to stand, but I think it is. So it could be some kind of block after the interception.
Well, it is a flag laying right here in front of the Leopard bench. And let's see what we got. But Hobson had his screen set up, just did not get it up high enough over the defensive lineman. You know, that's one of those plays where instead of rushing like you normally do, he just kind of stood there and picked that football off. But it works for the Leopard defense now. Let's see what the flag, are they just going to pick it up?
It was a heck of an athletic play for the interception, and
yeah, they're going to just wave that off, I guess. Well, nobody even knows he threw it.
Well, that's really odd because he threw it after the interception, and so I thought it might be something.
I have no idea.
It had nothing to do with the interception. It was way away from the play, but I'm surprised he just, they didn't explain it or anything.
So Wright now is going to hand the football to Clegg, and he's going to be met rudely over that left side. Big Jadon Williamson along with Abari Williams, and Jadon needs to quit dancing and get back in the huddle.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're exactly right. We don't want to see another flag for unsportsmanlike conduct there. That'd be a 15-yard penalty.
Boy, they're marking that ball. Well, they do give him a 5-yard loss. I thought they were going to give him a better spot than what he deserved. So to bring up 2nd down, we're going to call it 13 to go for the Malvern offense.
It just seems like, Coach, each possession by Malvern, Nashville's defensive line is penetrating more and more deeply into the backfield of the Leopards.
So doubles to each side. Jacobs will be your quarterback. He'll take it, fakes it, and now he looks to throw, looking to get out of there. He's going to fumble the football. Nashville's going to come away with it.
I believe the Scrappers
get it back.
I believe the Scrappers have it right at midfield.
And that's going to be M.J. Johnson coming away with that fumble as Jacobs tried to step up in the pocket and take off and lost the football. So Nashville gets it right back at the 50-yard line with 6:10 to go before half.
Yeah, almost back-to-back turnovers by each team. And Scrappers have it right at midfield, so great opportunity here for the Scrappers with 6:10 to play before halftime and a chance for the Scrappers to go up by 2 scores.
Yeah, Nashville with a couple of fumbles tonight and an interception, not your typical offensive night for the Scrapper offense. Let's see if we can go ahead and put a score in here before half. Hobson, your quarterback. He'll snap it, his quarterback power to the right side with Jacoby Hobson. He'll turn up the Nashville sideline and step out of bounds. A pickup of about 8 or 9 yards on that play.
Yeah, just a very quick 8 or 9 yards around the end for the Scrappers. And I thought for a minute,
well, they're going to mark him back further. It's only going to be a gain of 5.
That's an odd spot.
He must have stepped out
on the far sideline, yeah.
So here we go, high snap. We'll give it to Perrin. He's going to fumble the football, picks it back up, and he'll be dropped for a loss.
Yeah, that was a very fortunate bounce for Perrin as it bounced right back into his arms.
Yeah, that play was kind of not looking good. It was a high snap to Hobson, pulled it down and gave it to Perrin. He fumbles it, he gets it back, and now we're back to almost, we'll lose about 2 on that play to bring up 3rd down. We're going to call it 6 to go for the Nashville offense.
Yeah, Scrappers have to get down to the 40 of Malvern. Got 2 plays to do it, but they're going in the wrong direction here on that last play.
So Hobson takes the football, looking to throw. Jacoby Hobson going to be flushed. He'll throw late, wide open now is Chambers. He'll catch the ball, and he'll have an easy 1st down as he dives across the 30-yard line. Let's see where the knee went down. They'll mark it right on the 30, I do believe. So a good job by Hobson. He was going to look up to be forced to his right and then throws late.
Yeah, that was a nifty little play by Hobson to kind of jump in the air and deliver it to Chambers.
And we'll give it again. Bryce Perrin over the right side. There comes a flag in, and they're going to call a hold. I would imagine where that flag comes from. Let's see what we got. That's Jamison McIntosh. They're looking at... he's really been working on that defensive end over there, Pinkston, for the Leopards. They're going to back us up.
That's a shame. Scrappers had some good positive yards on the run by Perrin.
Well, Nashville just making too many mistakes right here in the early going of this first half, leading 14-7. So it's going to bring up a first down and 20 to go for the Nashville offense. Trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. Hobson, again, quarterback draw. Right up the middle goes the speedy quarterback to about the 25-yard line, and he pops up like a rubber ball. He is so quick when he makes that first step.
It has been so remarkable to watch his progress this season. He has just improved week by week, and it's hard to believe he's still a sophomore out there.
Well, he's not going to be much longer. This regular season about to come to an end as we get to the real season. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Nashville offense. Doubles to the right side, one receiver to the left. And there's the snap, and again, we're going to give it to Perrin. He'll stop, and then he's going to be hit as he tried to plant that foot and get north and south. Instead, he's going to lose about a half a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down, really about 6.5 to go now.
The Scrappers, they are threatening to score once again. That would put the Scrappers up by a couple touchdowns here if they can convert this one, get it in the end zone here. Still 4 minutes, 10 seconds and counting before halftime.
So doubles to the right side, one receiver to the left. Hobson looks to throw, double move, going to lay it up the sideline. A receiver out there, and it's almost picked off as Jacobs come back to knock the ball away from Gillum, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was Jabari Jacobs there on coverage, and he was step for step. He was right there. You can't cover someone better than Jacobs just did on that play. He was right there, and like you said, almost intercepted. We were fortunate to still have possession.
14-7, 3:58 to go before half. Nashville going forward here on 4th and 6 as the ball lays right outside the 25. There's the snap, and again, wide open is going to be a scrapper. That's Cooper. Nobody around him. They lost him. There wasn't nobody 20 yards away, and Hobson saw it and just laid it up softly. Good job there by Cooper and Hobson.
Yeah, that was incredible. Again, another kind of jump pass from Hobson, and wow. Cooper, like you said, man, was there anyone within 10 yards of him in any direction?
20 yards. There was nobody. It's like nobody covered him. So Nashville up 20-7 at the 3:51 mark. Flores on to kick the football for the point after. Good snap, placement down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:51 to go before half, Nashville 21, the Malvern Upper 7. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're listening to Scrapper Football.
Years providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futral Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers!
1 in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers!
.51 to go before half, and Nashville's going to kick it away. Well, we'd love to get it one more time before halftime.
The main thing is not letting Malvern come back and pick up a score here in the final 4 minutes of this first half.
So Perez, he will approach the football. He will kick it away with that right foot, and this time it will hit and go out of bounds. So they'll have it at the 35 unless Coach Fogelman wants to back us up and try it again,
which they may do here. But while we have a minute, we want to thank Robbie Stavely and First Trust Home Loans, our touchdown sponsors for the Nashville Scrapper football in 2025. And Robbie, we can either promote your business or your cake, and I think he wants us to promote the cake. If I was
he wants one of those home loans out there. The interest rates dropped just a tad, but the points went up. So that's normally what happens. But Robbie can get you a loan if you need one. Go down there and see.
He will take care of you. Go by and see Robbie, and talk to him about some Scrapper football. He'd love to hear about that, and then talk to him about the loan that you need as well.
There you go. So Leopards have it with 3:51 to go before half. And they moved the football up. I guess it went out of bounds there, maybe?
It went out of bounds on the 34, and they marked it up 5 yards.
I don't understand.
I've never heard
that. All right, here we go. They're going to hand it off, and again, nowhere to go. J. Don Williamson. Also in there is going to be Jalen Staggers along with Lucas Ayett. I'm telling you now, when they hand the football off, it's about 2 steps and there's a white wall.
Well, it's got to be disheartening to the ball carrier, mostly Clegg, when he sees more of the Scrapper defenders than he sees blockers in front of him. And that's what we've seen time after time. Since that initial drive, the Scrapper defense has just not really allowed anything.
Trips to the left side, right, looks to throw the football, a little stop route as Northcross had actually slipped. The ball sails out of bounds high, and it'll bring up 3rd and 11 as a little one-on-one coverage over here on the Malvern sideline.
And now Malvern's about to do something I'm sure they don't want to do, and that's turn the ball over to Nashville without taking much time, if any, off the clock.
Yeah,
We've got 3:14 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, we need to get a stop right here. We need a 3 and out. So trips to the left side. Right, your quarterback is going to fall back, looking downfield. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to be hit late, throws it up in traffic. And do they catch it?
I believe they do. Yeah, that was a
man. Nashville had 2 defenders down there, and he comes away with the catch as Northcross and Gillum was right there. As Wright stepped into the throw, Jadon Williamson hit him right when he threw it, and a big play for the Leopards here before half. Can't let them get in that end zone.
That was a wobbly pass into double coverage, and somehow Kalen Cooper came down with it. That was a heck of a catch by Cooper. You just got to say congratulations and get ready for the next play.
You got to knock that ball down or pick it. All right, here we go. They're going to give it to Janelle, the big back, and he will not get much over the right side as well, as they give him about 2 yards on that carry. And again, Abari Williams coming up to make the play along with M.J. Johnson. So it'll bring up 2nd down. We're going to call it 9 to go as the ball lays in Nashville territory as they lay it down on the 18-yard line. So Jacobs coming into the ball game now. He'll be the quarterback as Wright will leave. So they'll have Jacobs, Clegg, and Janelle in that backfield for the Leopards. Looking for him to run something right here. So Jacobs takes it, and he will keep it on his own right side. He'll spin out of a tackle. We need to make some tackles in space, and that's good defense there by the Scrappers to drive him out of bounds, and maybe a gain of 1. Should have had him for a loss, but instead that's good defense coming up in a hurry.
Yeah, very good defense. I'm like you. I thought Wright was going to be tackled initially on that initial hit, and somehow he was able to get away, and now Nashville taking a timeout. I thought the clock was stopped, but the Scrapper's going to take a timeout. He may not have gotten out of bounds.
Yeah, they caught him still in bounds. That's why we take that timeout.
So a minute 48 remaining, and Scrapper's still with 1 timeout.
Yeah, we're going to leave it right here. That was Jacobs, the quarterback. They're going to bring Wright back in, so look for him to try to throw the football here on 3rd and 9 as try to get some points on the board. They had a good field goal kicker. I watched him warm up in practice before the game, so they may be, if they don't get the first down here, maybe trying to put 3 on the board here, Mark.
Yeah, they may try for that if they don't pick up the first down. They're facing 3rd and about 9 to go. Where the ball is right now, where's the ball spotted?
18-yard
line. So what is that, about a 35-yard field goal? That'd be a tough one for high school, but I've seen it done before, as I'm sure you have as well on the high school level. But let's see what Nashville can do. Maybe a sack right here, push Malvern back a few more yards and not let them even attempt a field goal.
So Wright, the quarterback, he'll help Clegg to his left side. They'll snap it to Wright, looking downfield, looking to throw. There comes pressure. He'll throw it up late. Could have been intentional grounding. They're going to get him with it. M.J. Johnson gets home, and Wright throws the football, but it should be intentional grounding.
I believe that is what they're going to call. The official there talking with Jalen Staggers.
He was in the grasp and threw the football. There's no tackle box in high school football.
There was a receiver about 10 yards down the field, no chance at all to get it that far. When I saw it leave, I thought, well, they're not going to let him get away with that. But no, they're
intentional grounding.
It was intentional grounding, but I thought he might get away with it with the receiver in the vicinity, quote unquote, that time. But no, officials right on top of it. Good job, and that's going to be a loss of down as well. So I don't think they can try a field goal from here. The ball all the way back at the 38 now. So a great job by the Scrappers on defense.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 28 for the Malvern offense. 1:42 to go. Nashville leading 21-7 in this 7-4A contest. And the Leopards, it looks like they're going to go for it right here. So right the quarterback. May quick kick it. There's the snap, looking downfield, going to lay it up. He's just trying to lay it up, and that'll go out of bounds. As I think really they were hoping for an interference call, something like that, but he threw it completely off the playing field. And Nashville will have the football with 1:36 to go here to try to put another score on the board.
Well, I think you're right. I think they were hoping for pass interference, but I thought it was interference from the Malvern receiver at that time. It looked like he really pushed off to try and get some separation, but the ball well out of bounds. No chance at all to have that one caught. And the Scrappers not only get the ball back with 1:36 remaining, but they're in good field position at their own 37-yard line and one timeout left. The scoreboard says two,
but I think it should be one, like you said.
Yeah, they took one early in the game and then took one just a moment ago.
So Hobson, he'll take it. He'll hand it to Perrin, right side. Perrin trying to get outside, and he will be hit hard over there on that Nashville sideline as he will lose yardage on that outside zone carry. And clock down to 1:22 and counting. He did not get out of bounds, so Nashville needs to hurry up.
Now remember, the Scrappers get the ball to start the second half. So a score here, score in the second half, and the Scrappers are sitting pretty.
We'll go empty. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Jacoby Hobson by himself. He'll put a man in motion. We'll fake it. Now Hobson's going to keep it on his own over the right side. He's going to be hit and dropped, and we'll probably need a timeout right here with 57 seconds, 56 still counting. No timeout called by Nashville.
Nashville may wait and see what they do here on third down before they use a timeout. Because if they were to take a timeout, pass it incomplete, they'd be leaving Malvern, quite a bit of time. Instead, Nashville looking content right here, but I'd be surprised if they didn't try and at least pick up the first down.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Chester's just going to be content to go in at half now. He'll put them in motion. That clock down, the 25-second clock down to 5. We'll go pistol. Hobson takes it. He'll give it to Perrin. Right up the middle he will go, and they're going to drag him backwards, still trying to get yardage as Perrin. And the clock is going to run out, and that's the way we're going to end the first half. Nashville's going to take a 21-7 lead here at halftime.
There's a flag there at the end, Coach. I'm not sure what was going on, but a flag and officials talking to Malvern, and that was kind of with both teams kind of pushing and shoving there at the end of the play. There's 5 seconds left on the clock, and I didn't see anything that caught my eye out there. I'm not sure what the officials
saw.
saw.
Backing the Leopards up, so do we want to take a shot at it with 5 seconds on the clock? If that's the case, it looked like they ran the clock after that flag was thrown. They probably should put some time on there. That's not going to happen, not at Malvern, but that's a 15-yard penalty.
All the way down to the 39 of the Leopards, and if you're Nashville here,
I'll take a shot right here
in the end zone.
Yeah. Coach Ledford, Coach Chester is going to take a timeout with 5 seconds on the clock, and maybe take a shot downfield right here as we get the ball coming out in the second half. So we're going to keep it right here. The Nashville's come out in this contest, especially there in the first quarter, didn't look very good at all. A couple of fumbles. We've had an interception on a screen play, but yet we put up 21 points. But we could have been a little bit crisper in that first half.
Could have been, yeah. I think Malvern, from seeing their scores and then seeing them play tonight, I'm thinking maybe they're playing better tonight than they've played in recent weeks.
Well, you're going to get their best effort.
Right.
I mean, they're playing for all the marbles. They got to win this thing to have a chance to go to the playoffs. And if Nashville defeats them tonight, they're done for the year.
So Malvern's come out and put up a good effort here tonight, but trailing 21-7, and if Nashville could somehow sneak one into the end zone right here and then get the ball to start the second half, they'd be in incredible shape in the second half.
Well, here we go. 5 seconds on the clock. Hobson in the gun. As they'll go prevent defense and looking to throw it. Hobson now is going to be flushed to his right side. He's going to turn it up. He's going to spin and run. He just needs to get out, and that's going to end the ball game. Scrappers will take a 21-7 lead going into the halftime break. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back shortly. Nashville on top in this 7-4A contest at Malvern, 21-7. We'll see you shortly.
In your childhood, what horror movie character were you scared of the most?
The Grinch. Pretty scary.
Not a horror movie character.
Yeah. I had a bad dream about the Grinch one time. Rock my world.
Like the Jim Carrey Grinch?
Oh, yeah. Cat in the Hat came and saved me. It was traumatic. It really was. But all the rest of them I wasn't really afraid of.
Thank you. That might be me. Okay. In your childhood, what horror movie character were you scared of the most?
Have you ever seen the Muppets? The saxophone player for the band on the Muppets. That dude freaked me out.
Okay, valid. Valid.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
In your childhood, what horror movie character were you scared of the most?
It was a show called The Hitchhiker, and the music used to really creep me out when I was a little kid. The beginning sequence of that show.
Okay. Thank you. In your childhood, what were you scared of the most from a horror movie?
From a horror movie? Oh, the Leprechaun, for sure.
Okay.
I didn't know where that was going.
In your childhood, what horror movie character were you scared of the most?
Freddy Krueger.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In your childhood, what horror movie character were you most scared of?
Jeepers Creepers.
Valid.
Oh, I don't know. The Ring. Oh, I don't know. Urban Legend. Oh, I don't know. We'll go with Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
Or that dog on Pet Cemetery.
Okay. In your childhood, what horror movie character were you most scared of?
Jason.
In your childhood, what horror movie character were you most scared of?
Jason.
Thank you. Okay. In your childhood, which horror movie character were you most scared of?
Probably from Hocus Pocus. I think it was Winnie the Witch. Yeah, she scared me, especially because she was really mean in the way she did her voice.
Okay. All right, Miss Smith. In your childhood, what horror movie character were you most scared of?
Jason Voorhees.
Valid.
Pinhead.
Oh, okay.
Ready, go. Go.
Congratulations, class of 2026. Remember graduating.
1, 2, 3, go.
Just a word to our senior
2,
3.
Go.
Our pantry provides for many families in the district.
3, go. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, go.
I love baseball because
I guess.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Congratulations to the class.
About the cross country season so far?
I mean, like, you know, me and my boys, we.
I'll tell you. 3,
2, 1, go.
go.
Congratulations, senior.
Definitely linebacker.
Why?
Really don't know. It's just kind of.
She tough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Free safety. Free safety. Well, she's not big enough to play the line, but she's not really fast enough to play receiver. So we'll just stick her back there and hope nobody throws the ball at her.
I think quarterback, because she is good throwing something, like things toward me when I'm wrong. So
I think if my mom played football, she'd be a good right tackle. I think she could really get down there and really get the moves.
Quarterback, same as me. Because she holds a lot of responsibility and she takes care of her family well, so she probably can take care of the team too.
Linebacker because she needs to run more.
My mom would be a receiver because she's pretty tall for a girl. If my mom was to play offense, if my mom played football, she'd be an offensive lineman. She's the best blocker I know.
I'd probably say she'd play safety because she's not very tall. She used to be athletic, I think, but she don't look like it no more.
Receiver. Because she's skinny and she used to be fast.
I think my mom would play fullback because she's mean and looks like she can hit somebody pretty hard.
All right. If my mom played football, I feel like she would play probably quarterback because she got good leadership. I don't know about the accuracy, but she got good leadership and she's very encouraging.
Sidelines. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Far side pass is complete. At Malvern 20-yard line down to the 15, and the Scrappers guys have found still working out a shotgun. 3rd down and 19, looking to throw over the middle. Pass is complete. Inside the 10 to the 5, and touchdown, Nashville. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it right up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more as Hendry works his ways left, split right. Hendry drops back, looking to throw. Screen pass underneath is complete. Up near midfield. Tackle
on the right hash mark. Snell takes. Give left side. Oh my goodness, another big run for the Scrappers. Down the near sideline is Hopkins. Hopkins will set up to Snell's right. Wins to either side. High snap fielded by Snell. He takes off the right side. Escapes the tackle inside the 10, and he's in the end zone.
Another spin on the right as well. Here's the snap. Takes the give to the tailback, looking to throw a screen pass out to the tight end. Got room to run. He is run to the right, brings the man in motion. Give off the left side. He's got room up the middle, and he looks like he will take it all the way. That is Jefferson on the run. He goes untouched.
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers.
At Elor School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
At UA Cossatot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for a long-term care or a short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Steve Tate's Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers!
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the Scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers!
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10-Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10-Minute Lube. Go Scrap!
Futral Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futral Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers!
1 in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers!
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers!
At Elor School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
At UA Cossatot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for a long-term care or a short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. Plus, our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Steve Tate Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers!
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers.
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10-Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10-Minute Lube. Go Scrap.
Futral Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futral Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers.
1 in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers.
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense. Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers.
At Elor School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
At UA Cossatot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything from checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come see us at 601 Mine Street in Nashville or call us at 870-845-1733 for all of your fuel and oil needs.
Serving the community since 1975, the Springs of Mine Creek believes in more than just care. We provide a second home for your loved one, whether it be for a long-term care or a short-term rehab, to be able to return home independently. Our dedicated nurses and compassionate staff provide exceptional programs to meet each of our residents' needs. Our residents and staff have been cheering on the Scrappers for over 50 years. The Springs of Mine Creek, our commitment, our passion, our peace of mind.
At Nashville Family Pharmacy, we're here for your convenience and health. Need a quick pickup? Use our drive-thru or take advantage of free in-town delivery. We offer multi-dose packaging, making it easy for you to manage your medication. plus our points of care tests and treat services to get you the care you need fast. We're open 6 days a week, and your family's health is our priority.
Steve Tate's Shelter Insurance is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities with reliable coverage and personal service you can count on. Whether you're protecting your family, your home, or your car, Steve is here to help you find the right insurance plan to fit your needs and your budget. Stop by the office at 812 South Main Street in Nashville to sit down and talk through your options, or simply give Steve a call at 870-845-1836 to get started today. Go Scrappers!
For over 30 years, Stabley Real Estate has been your trusted real estate partner. Knowledgeable, experienced, and dedicated to our community. Visit our new office today, explore our new website, or scan our QR code to get started. Call us today at 870-845-1188.
At Tyson Foods, we believe in the power of community and the importance of investing in the future of our children. Over the years, we have sponsored numerous educational programs and extracurricular activities, fostering an environment where students can thrive academically and personally. Tyson Foods remains dedicated to making a positive impact in the Nashville community. We understand that a strong educational foundation is crucial for the growth and development of our youth, and we are committed to continuing our support for the Nashville School District.
In 1966, York Gary started building more than a dealership. He built a tradition. For 60 years, York Gary has proudly supported the scrappers in our community. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're driving forward together.
And played, and both teams are back on the field. Mark Trout warming up, and we're about ready to go to the second half. And you got a few stats there from a couple of guys that we really appreciate. Coach Zach Stewart, along with Roger Chambers, giving us those stats here at halftime.
Yeah, and taking a look at some team stats from Roger Chambers. Nashville, and you know, we talked about this somewhere in the second quarter. You know, we were wondering what Malvern's offense had done since its initial touchdown drive. And on that drive, it was really just 3 plays, and they didn't get a first down. Well, the Leopards only have 1 first down in the entire first half. They only have 32 yards of rushing yards and only 75 total yards tonight, and 43 yards passing, 2 of 11 on pass attempts. You know, most of that yardage was on that one long wobbly pass that somehow their receiver able to bring down in coverage. So really, after that initial touchdown, the Leopards have not been able to do anything, whereas Nashville tonight, first half, 13 first downs, rushing tonight, 35 carries for 245 yards. That's in one half. That's an incredible number. And then Hobson tonight, 3 of 9 passing for 40 yards, 285 total yards tonight for the Scrappers, and those very similar from Zach. You know, Zach sends us stats as well, and his stats tonight have Nashville with 1 more yard on offense, 286 total yards, 235 yards rushing. But look at some of the breakdowns. Jacoby Hobson with 11 carries, 105 yards. A great night tonight for Hobson on the ground. Bryce Perrin tonight, 21 carries. You mentioned how many times they were feeding him the ball. Turns out to be 21 in the first half. That's a full game for most running backs. He's gonna sleep well tonight, I'm sure. He's got 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's also caught a pass for 11 yards. Let's see, also tonight, those are the big numbers tonight. Cooper had 1 reception for a 26-yard touchdown. That was a heck of a play where somehow Cooper was just left completely alone and just hauled in the pass for the 26-yard score. So Scrappers tonight really dominating by the numbers. The scoreboard, Scrappers up by 2 scores, but not really dominating the way you might think they were by looking at these stats. If you just saw the stats without seeing the score, you might it's already the mercy rule. But Malvern has been able to hold it close, and Nashville hasn't capitalized on some plays like maybe they should have. And so this game may be a little bit closer, but Scrappers have a chance to really, do some damage to the Leopards on this opening drive. They can get a score here. It would be hard to imagine Malvern overcoming a 3-score deficit in the second half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Nashville will get the football to start the second half. Kickoff return team is already on the field as Malvern now going out to kick this second half off. And what is our second half sponsor coming up here, Mark?
Coach, you know who it is. You love who it is. It's Nashville and Howard County Farmers Association. They sponsor our second half kickoff. They have all season long. We appreciate Farmers Association for making that possible and being a sponsor of Scrapper football in 2025.
Yeah, well, they've done a great job all year long, and if you need anything with the Nashville Farmers Association, they're there for every need that you could possibly have. Go by and see them, and they can fix you up. We're ready for the second half. There's the approach, and they'll put a leg into it and drive us back to about the 5. We'll come away with it right there, and then we're going to be hit rudely right across the 20-yard line as Nashville bring it out to about the 22-yard line as that's Perrin on the return.
Yeah, pretty good coverage that time by Malvern on the kickoff return. They haven't had to kick off many times, not just the second time tonight. The Leopards have kicked off, and they're down there quickly.
That's about 24-yard line. They give us a better spot than what I have there,
a little bit better. And so to me, this is a very important drive for the Scrappers. If they can come out here, put together either a quick drive or a long drawn-out drive that ends up in points, I really feel like that's going to kind of be the final nail here tonight for the Malvern Leopards.
So doubles to each side. Hobson's going to take it, and he's going to keep it over the left side, and no yardage gained on that play as the Leopards all over Jacoby Hobson, and he is down. And hopefully he pops back up as he was thrown to the turf, so time being called, and Hobson is going to have to leave the field of play as the helmet comes off. So it looks like we're going to see DJ Jefferson come into the game for the Scrappers at quarterback.
Yeah, at least for one play. Hobson will have to go out for a minimum of one play, and hopefully not injured. That we certainly don't want to see Hobson or any other player injured tonight. And right now he is still down on his knees. He's gotten up to his knees, and now I think he's about to stand up.
I think he's going to be okay. He's just took a shot right there on the very first play of the second half. So Hobson up to his feet, and he's going to be all right. May have had the wind knocked out of him as they hold up both hands. I'm going to say he had the air knocked out of him is what happened there, Coach.
Could have been, and he had to really fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage so the Scrappers didn't lose any yards. I think he was about 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he was initially hit, somehow able to fight forward and get back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be DJ now coming in off the bench, and let's see what he can do right here.
Yeah, Hobson's going to be fine as I can promise you, had the air knocked out of him on that tackle. So 2nd and 10, Jefferson in the game. We'll hand it to Perrin, and he might get a yard. So the Leopard defense coming out stout right here in this opening series. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 9 for the Scrapper offense.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see DJ go to the air. We've seen him last week. We saw his arm and the strength he has.
So Jefferson looking to throw. They'll bring pressure. He'll step to the side. Now looking to throw, going to air it out is Jefferson, and that ball comes off and is swatted at the last minute by one of the defenders for the Leopards, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nashville with the opening series here in the second half at the punt football.
Yeah, Malvern has come out much like they did in the opening series on defense and shut down Nashville. Scrappers showing punt. I believe they will here, facing 4th down and 9 deep in their own territory. But DJ, he has such a strong arm and accurate, and he was on the money that time, but just into some coverage, and Scrappers not able to hold on to make the reception.
So the national punt team on, getting out there late, and now Moody will punt the football away. and a high wobbly kick that'll bound down and now gets a Nashville roll across the 35 to about that 34, 33-yard line. They'll mark it at the 34, so a good punt there by Moody.
A really good punt. When it first came off his leg, I thought he kind of shanked it a little bit, but that was not the case as he gets it into Malvern territory all the way down to the 34, and most of that was on the punt, not a roll, but in the air. So good kick by Moody, backs the Leopards up, and let's see if Nashville's defense can hold right here. I was hoping we could come out and get that touchdown on the initial drive, but we certainly don't want to let Malvern get back into this game.
Yeah, 21-7 Nashville lead, 10:56 here in the third. Wright, the quarterback, will hand it to Clegg, this time over the left side, and nowhere to go with that football is going to be Clegg. They'll give him a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8, and over there on that tackle, Amari Williams again, along with Jadon Williamson and MJ Johnson.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and kind of long coming up for the Leopards. And yeah, I think in this situation, with Malvern having lost 2 games coming in, you could almost at the end of that first half kind of see some discouragement. You could see some heads down. So I believe if Nashville could get one more score, they'd put this game away.
They're going to swing the back out to the flat left side, and that's Clegg, and he's dangerous out there in space, and he'll have a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Leopard offense, and making that play is going to be Ayat, also coming up there, Josh Walker on the play.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what Malvern's going to do here, because their running game tonight has really not gone anywhere other than that first drive, and most of that was on a run by the quarterback Wright. But let's see if they try and keep it on the ground here on 3rd and short.
Wright to take it. He'll give it to Clegg, and nowhere to go. Boy, they try to run it over the right side, and Braden Irby just not allowing any type of push from that right side at all. It's 4th down and 1, and Coach Fogelman has a decision to make right here. Is he going to punt it or go for it?
If you're the Leopards, you almost have to go for this. But again, I don't know if they run it, because their run game has really been minimized by the Nashville defense.
And let's see if he wants to try to draw us off. Got to watch the football. And he may just take the penalty here, but right now lining up to go for it, right in the shotgun, and the pistol is Clegg right behind him. There's the snap. They'll give it, and that'll be a 1st down by the Leopard offense as they get it on 4th and 1. So rolling the dice is Coach Fogelman, and it works out.
Yeah, it really did, because there was some contact with the running back Clegg that time, right around the line of scrimmage. I wasn't sure he was going to make it, and then he's able to kind of break away and pick up some yardage, but not a whole lot. Gets it near the 50-yard line, up to the 48, but does get the 1st down and keeps this drive going. Gives Malvern a little bit more hope here in the 3rd quarter.
So a full house backfield for the Leopards, and they're going to give it and try to run it to the right side, and not a whole lot there for Jacobs, as Jadon Williamson down that line of scrimmage will drag him down with the help of Amari Williams. Also getting off that pile is going to be Jalen Staggers. He's kind of gimpy when he gets up. So he'll stay in the ball game, as coming in the game now will be Bradley. Staggers will leave, and Bradley will come in at that defensive end for the Nashville defense. The ball lay on the right hash. 2nd down and a long 9 for the Leopards. 8:14 to go here in the 3rd quarter, 21-7 lead. Mark, you got to think that, we wasn't pleased on that first possession offensively. We need to get a stop and get that offense back out there. So that's going to be a completion by Wright to Jacobs, one of the first of maybe 1 or 2 completions all night long, but they'll pick up the 1st down on that play right there. That was a good-looking pass.
Yeah, that was their 3rd completed pass of the night, and I'm like you. I think that was their best-looking pass. They had a longer pass in the first half, but that was the one, again, where it was the quarterback hit as he's throwing a very wobbly pass. I thought it might be picked off, and the receiver somehow caught it in double coverage. I think it was more of a fluke than anything, but that pass, that was a very nicely executed play.
So Wright again will hand it to Clegg. He'll run it over the right side to pick up a little bit better this time, 3 or 4 yards before Bradley makes the play for the Nashville defense. Also helping out there are Barry Williams and Jadon Williamson.
Yeah, this would be a great time to force a turnover, either a fumble or pick off a Malvern pass. We just don't want to let Malvern get a score here on this opening drive and kind of climb back into this game. Right now, we got a 2-score lead on the Leopards, and would like to not only keep that, but even score again to get it by 3 scores.
So trips to the left side, one receiver to the right, and they're going to throw it out on a quick hitch to the outside receiver, and that's a nice pickup and a 1st down over there on the Nashville sideline.
Yeah, that was a nicely executed play as well. So two good-looking pass plays by the Leopards. We didn't see that in the first half.
Well, that's about 3 first downs in a row by this Leopard offense as they're running down trying to get in the red zone now as they're standing outside the 20 at about the 22-yard line of Nashville. So Wright in the shotgun. There's the snap. He'll give it to Clegg, and now he'll keep it on his own over the right side, fake me out, and Williams had to come up with Walker to drop him for no gain and to bring up second down. We're going to call it 9 to go.
Yeah, Wright is a much better runner than you would expect just looking at him, but when he carries, you know, he's picking up some yardage, he's making some moves, and he's quicker than you would think as well.
Well, the thing about it, he's a big, tall quarterback. He's a big raw-bone kid, a tough kid. He's a blue-collar type player. So two receivers to the right side. Ball lays on the left hash with two backs in the backfield with Wright. And this time he will pull it again. Does Wright nowhere to go as he will lose yardage over there on that Nashville defensive right, offensive left side for the Leopards. And he'll drop a yard or two, and he'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the first half that, Malvern has a good field goal kicker. If they don't make first down here on this play, might they attempt the field goal right here?
So they'll bring in Janelle, the big running back, along with Clegg in this backfield for the Leopards. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left. Wright awaits the snap, looking to throw. He'll lay up down the middle of the field. They got an open receiver. We'll knock it away, or did he catch it? He comes down with it. There'll be a touchdown for the Malvern Leopards. And I thought we were going to knock it away with Trendon Northcross. Instead, it's a Malvern touchdown.
I'm not even sure that was the intended receiver. I think the other receiver was the intended receiver. He was open initially, and then that was number 16 for Malvern. Trying to get the name on that one.
It's going to be Gerard Bailey
coming over and making the catch somehow. Good coverage down in the end zone by the Scrappers, but Malvern finding a way to get free and get the score.
Well, just laid it up in the end zone. There's the kick. It's up and good. And with 5:44, Leopards cut the game to a 7-point deficit. 21-14. We'll take a break with 5:44 to go in the third quarter. Nashville up by 7. We'll be right back. We're back, and the Leopards have cut it to a 7-point game, 21-14, 5:44 to go. Nashville needs to be ready for an onside kick or anything right here. Leopards have all the momentum here in the second half, as the Scrappers couldn't get anything going on the opening possession of the second half. Leopards come out and score. So here's the approach, and it will be a deep kick as it will go to Perrin. He's going to bring it out as a nice cut there by him, and almost breaking free is going to be Perrin, and could not do it. So the ball now will be placed down right at the 29-yard line. Let's see if this offense can get going.
Yeah, I thought Perrin was going to just about turn the corner, pick up another 5, 10, 15 yards, but Malvern able to stop him just short of the 30-yard line. And I'm like you, Coach, the Scrappers, they need to make something happen on this drive. They do not want to give Malvern the ball back with a chance to tie the game.
So trips to the wide right side of the field as we will hand the football off, and hit immediately is going to be Bryce Perrin as they brought a backer off the edge, and I almost took the handoff back there in the backfield.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Coach Fogelman said at halftime, but he might want to record that speech and save it for every week, because Malvern has come out with renewed energy in the second half.
So we bunch set to the right side, Hobson the quarterback. Again, we'll hand it off to Perrin. He'll try to cut right and nowhere to go, as Malvern has come out, with, like you said, with renewed energy. Nashville going the wrong direction, and it's going to bring up a third down. We're going to call it about 13 to go for the Scrapper offense.
Yeah, this is a crucial third down coming up for the Scrappers right here. They don't want to turn the ball over at all, but 3 and out, that's certainly the last thing they want to do right here.
So 3rd and 13 for Jacoby Hobson. Perrin, the running back, in the pistol. And somebody messed up on the handoff, and we're going to throw late, and it's in and out of the hands of Applegate. It goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Scrappers have come out in the second half, and this is going to be our second punt from the second possession. Not a good look for us here in this football game.
And I know we have a much better vantage point for the game than Jacoby does, but I believe he could have held on to the ball and picked up. I'm not sure he could have gotten the first down, but he could have gotten close that time.
Well, Applegate was open. He just threw it too low that time as it goes in and out of his hands. So Moody on the punt. It's a bad snap. He's going to have to get rid of it. Good job by Moody. A bad snap. We've had a couple of those tonight, and so far some miscues keeping these Leopards in this football game.
Yeah, and that's another break for the Leopards there, is a bad snap, and then a punt off the side of the foot, goes out of bounds right around the 50, just short of the 50. It's going to be at the 49 of Malvern, and Leopards have great starting field position for this drive, and like you just said a moment ago, they've got all the momentum right now, and Nashville has got to find a way to get a defensive stop here.
4:28 to go in the third, 21-14. Boy, we didn't expect this. So right back out with his offense. He'll have Clegg right behind him, and he'll give it to Clegg right side, trying to get outside. It's going to be Clegg. Nashville trying to come up and make the play, and they'll finally drop him for maybe a yard gain. Good job really spreading that play out. That was Gray coming up, and then a boy Williams finished him off, a gain of 1 to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Clegg ran about 30 yards, but has a gain of 1 as he was running east and west that time instead of north and south, and just 1 yard. We're going to be 2nd and 9, so good job by the Scrappers on the first down play.
Trips to the left side. Clegg will be to the right side of the quarterback right. Nashville is going to be offsides. They'll get into that neutral zone as he goes with a hard count. We were bringing Elliott off the edge, and instead it's going to be walked off against the Scrappers. It's going to give them a more manageable 2nd and 5 to go.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Nashville. Had them backed up in 2nd and long, and Malvern has not done well on the 2nd and 3rd and long situations.
So right now, we've changed the play at the line of scrimmage. He's in the gun. He'll have Clegg to his left. He'll hand the football to Clegg. Over the right side, nowhere to go. There's Irby again, along with Jadon Williamson, and that'll be a loss on the play. And they're going to get us for you can't do that kind of stuff. You watch that on TV. You watch it on Sunday. You watch it on Saturday. In high school football, they're going to flag you, and a loss is going to turn into a first down for the Leopards. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
Play with excitement, but you don't have to do that.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the first half, Jadon had a similar play in the first half where he did some celebrating, and I was kind of surprised, as you were, that there wasn't a flag at that time. Might have been better to have come in the first half, because right here, this is a crucial time. We had them backed up, and instead it's going to be a first down now for the Leopards as they moved deeper inside Scrapper territory, all the way down to the 32-yard line.
This is about where they were earlier, and they threw it in the end zone to come away with a touchdown. The longer you let this team stay, the more they feel like they have a chance. And Nashville not playing well, Leopards feeling good. So 1st and 10 for the Leopards after the stupid penalty. So right in the gun. Here's the snap, and he wants to throw it out. Now pressure comes, and we will drop him. There's going to be another flag. It's probably going to be a face mask against the Nashville defense.
I think you're right. I'm not sure we pulled the face mask, but I think we got a hand on the face mask. I think that's going to be another personal foul, a 15-yard penalty against Nashville. And I tell you, we're just handing the Leopards yardage on this drive. I mean, that's going to be 30 yards in penalties, not counting the other 5 yards on that offsides just a moment ago. So 35 yards in penalties on just 3 plays, and I mean, you don't have to be good at offense when the other team is gifting you yards.
So another penalty makes it 1st and 5 for the Leopards. They'll go with the two-back set along with Wright. They'll give it to the big back, Janelle. And good defensive presence down the line of scrimmage. Makai Johnson drops him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, that guy is quick as a cat. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Leopard offense.
Yeah, Scrappers. I mean, and that's the thing. They've made some good plays. They have had some loss of yardage plays, even on that face mask. The face mask was not what made the play. We just got a hand on the face mask. We had him tackled in the backfield anyway. But right now, we need some more loss of yardage plays like that one.
So doubles to each side. Jacobs comes in. He'll throw the football out wide, and that'll be close to a 1st down. And there comes another flag in. This one may go against the Leopards as they had Jalen Staggers on the ground, 2 of the Leopard players. So I think that one's going to go our way this time as it's getting a little chippy out there. But you let it, I mean, let's just call it like it is. This is a bad football team, and the longer you let them stay in the contest with you, they feel good about themselves, and that's why the score is 21-14.
Yeah, bad team this year, but they've got some pride remaining, and so you get in a situation like this.
Of course they do.
They want to take advantage of it, and then you see some of this chippiness like you just mentioned, and so both teams now kind of making some mental mistakes that, as a coach you would not want to see.
So the ball will be backed up for the Leopards. It'll bring up 2nd down, and we got to do some math here. What's that about? Is that 20? Is that 15, 18? What we got?
18.
18 scoreboard says. So 2nd and 18, they back the Leopards up. Let's just play scrapper football and let's go. So doubles to the left, doubles to the right, blocking back on the right side. The quarterback is Jacobs, as he looks to throw the football. And there comes another flag in. He's got a receiver with 3 defenders around him. We're going to intercept the football with Cortez Cooper, and the whistle's going to blow. I don't know what this is going to be.
I'm not sure why they stopped the play.
But they stopped the play in the middle of the play. I don't get it.
Unless they're saying he was in the end zone when he ran into the end zone. And now the scrapper's still running, but the officials stopped the play.
Why do you stop the play? There's no way that was not a dead ball foul. This is going to be interesting as they try to explain to Coach Cheshire. I don't understand why you can. That play was, the flag came out after the ball was in midair.
I think it was going to be a hold against Malvern. And all I can figure is that when the interception was made, we ran it into the end zone, and they're saying that's going to be a touchback. But I thought you could return that.
Well, you can return it. I don't understand why the flag. He's going back to the flag as it lays on the 45-yard line, and Coach Cheshire saying, how can you call the play dead when the play is already in progress?
4 seconds into the play, yeah.
I mean, he throws it and the ball is in midair, and now they call it dead. So we're gonna huddle up on the sideline. Maybe we can get this offense going. So far, it's been anemic here in the second half.
And these officials may be doing a good job, but I wish they would communicate with the fans what is going on here. And now
holding is the call.
Holding is the call. Declined.
We want the football running with it. We don't want the.
So I think what they're saying is we ran it into the end zone, and that caused a touchback. That's the only
How can that be a touchback when you catch it on the? I can run around to that end zone all I want to.
I think they're saying because he caught it before he was in the end zone, then took it into the end zone.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't think so either. I'm just trying to explain to you what I think what the officials. I'm trying to interpret the officials, and it's kind of a mystery, kind of like.
Well, here we go. The ball's on that's what they're calling, but they're wrong. So the ball will be at the 20-yard line as doubles to the left side, one receiver to the right. Jacoby Hobson, your quarterback. And here's the snap. We'll give it to Perrin over the left side, and they have made some adjustments up there in that defensive line. Nashville was whipping them at the point of attack, and so far in the second half, it's been all Malvern at the point of attack.
I think Nashville may have to look at some of those short passes they were connecting on in the first half. They were getting some receivers in some open situations, And let's see if we can get them out in space again here in this second half. Minute 40 remaining third quarter. Scrappers up 21-14.
So Perrin will be to the left side. No gain on that last play. We look to throw. Double move by Hobson. Going to lay it up. He's got a receiver and a defender out there as the hands are all over our defender. No flag. Or is there a
flag on the far side before the pass was thrown?
Well, it's going to be either interference or holding on the defensive back, unless they say that it's an offensive pass interference.
I think it's going to go against Malvern. The official talking with Coach Cheshire here around the 45 of Nashville.
Just running the go route on that far sideline, on the Nashville sideline, and Cortez Cooper was the receiver.
Yeah, pass interference to call against the Leopards, and that's going to be a first down for the Scrappers.
That really wasn't pass interference. It's pretty good coverage. I'm saying that's a makeup call for trying to, on this last play. I mean, I'll never, they're going to explain that last one to me.
Well, we need 2 or 3 more of those makeup
calls. So here we go.
calls.
Trips to the left side, one receiver to the right. Hobson, quarterback draw up the right side. Hobson with a little running room. Hobson to the 40, up the sideline. He'll step out of bounds at about the 30, and that's the biggest first play we've had in the second half. It comes at 1:20 in the third quarter here, Mark.
Yeah, that was a big play by Hobson, and you can kind of start to sense the discouragement on the side of Malvern as they are, you kind of feel it weighing down on them as the game
They shouldn't be. They're just down 7 points. Trips to the left side, one receiver right. And the pistol is Perrin. And we'll give it to Bryce Perrin. Good running, and that's kind of what we saw in the first half that we haven't had in this second half. So maybe Coach Kirby Adcock getting with his troops and say, hey, we got to go.
Yeah, that could be. It seems like, Malvern playing better on defense, but on that play, the last 2 plays, that Nashville offensive line doing much of what they were doing in the first half, which was basically having their way.
So the ball's on the right hash mark, 2 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver on the far right. And again, we'll give it to Bryce Perrin, and he will have the first down as he crosses the 20-yard line, and they'll move the chains. So Nashville in the red zone again as they get to the 20, right on that 20-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Coach Todd Ledford along with Coach Kirby Adcock and Paul Morrow make up the offensive coaches. We need to put this thing in the end zone, just leading by 7, 21-14 with under a minute to play in the third. Again, Perrin with it over the left side. Good positive running there behind that left side of Jamison McIntosh and Jace Wright. Also Luke Lacey. A pickup of about 6 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good running by Perrin. He's had a remarkable night tonight. Nothing really big, any big runs, but he's just plowing ahead time after time and fighting for extra yardage, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, the third quarter is going to come to an end, really surprising us. 21-14, Nashville on top as we go to the final quarter of play. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for Scrapper football.
Nashville Vision Center, your hometown eye care provider, is currently accepting new patients. We offer major medical and vision plans. We also have a wide range of frame lines, including Versace, Ray-Ban, and Oakley. Call or text today to schedule your appointment. Go Scrappers.
Hey Nashville friends and family, this is 10-Minute Lube Community Local Oil Change Business. We're located at 701 South Main Street, downtown Nashville. We offer all preventative services, oil changes, air filters, and general car maintenance. Keep your car running, get your oil changed at 10-Minute Lube. Go Scrap.
Futral Marine has been in business for over 75 years, providing marine services throughout the state of Arkansas with 4 locations to better serve you. Futral Marine is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers athletics, fishing team, and all other clubs. Go Scrappers.
1 in 5 children experience a mental health disorder every year. Nearly 60% of teens say anxiety and stress are holding them back in school and life, but no one has to go through it alone. At Cornerstone Counseling Clinic, we provide
14. Scrappers trying to win a conference championship. Leopards giving us everything that they could possibly give us here tonight. National knocking on the door again as the ball lays right inside that 15-yard line at about the 14.
Yeah, this has become a nice rivalry over the last several years, and you're going to see one of those times where the score, you can throw out the records or whatever, but Nashville needs a score on this drive.
Hobson awaits the snap. And he'll take it on the quarterback power left side, trying to get the edge. This is Jacoby Hobson going to the pylon. Touchdown, Nashville. No flags on the field, and Nashville puts another 7 on the board.
Yeah, that's a huge touchdown for the Scrappers. Well, you're just thinking ahead. We're hoping it's.
I'm hoping. Well, this is Halloween on steroids tonight. I'm telling you, Nashville has not played a very good ball game to be up 2 scores. I'm just telling it like it is, folks. So on comes Flores, the left-footed extra point kicker. Gray sets up to hold the football, puts it down, kick is up, it is good. And with 11:53 to go in the contest, Nashville 28-14 over the Malvern Leopards. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back shortly.
Counseling for children, teens, and adults. Go Scrappers.
Lisa Chandler Insurance has been in business for 34 years. We offer both group and individual medical insurance, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, Part D drug plans, life insurance, and final expense.
Fourth quarter with 11:53 to play. Nashville up 2 scores, 28-14, as Perez will line the football up right in the center of the field on the 40-yard line. And here comes the approach. And there's the kick. He's going to kick it away this time down to about the 15-yard line on a low liner as the Leopards and Janelle try to bring it out. And good coverage by the Nashville kickoff team.
Yeah, very good coverage downfield by Nashville. It's going to force Malvern to start this drive inside their own 30. And they haven't done that very much tonight. They've usually been starting around the 40 or 45 tonight. And so starting much deeper on this drive. And this is a key defensive series, I think, for Nashville. Get a stop right here and get the ball back, and I think that would just about wrap things up.
Fourth quarter sponsor, the Center Point Store, is our sponsor for the fourth quarter, and that last touchdown going to Robbie Stavely as Jacoby Hobson took it around the left end there, Mark, and we appreciate these sponsors.
Coach, you going by Center Point tomorrow for breakfast, and it's going to be cool tomorrow. Get a hot breakfast at Center Point. And
I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to get ready to watch a little football and see what happens. High snap as Wright pulls it down. He'll flip it out to the flats as he'll have a receiver there. Flag comes in late, and Nashville will finally make the tackle. That'll be Northcross, also Josh Walker. Let's see what the flag is.
I believe this has got to be some kind of holding against Malvern. Yeah, it's going to be a hold against the
holding is the call against Malvern. That will take that play and whop it off the board and back them up.
Yeah, it's too bad for the Leopards. They put together a nice play there. Of course, they were aided by the hold that helped free the receiver. But certainly, we're not going to turn down 10 yards on that play.
So a first down and 20 now to go for the offense from Malvern as the ball will lay right inside that left hash mark. Leopards working right to left on your radio dial. And Wright will be in shotgun formation with doubles to each side. He'll flares back to the right side. He'll throw late. Nice pass that time. Barry Williams right there in pass coverage to make the play. A gain of about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up second down, and we're going to call it a long 15 to go for the offense.
Yeah, that's the thing now. The Leopards needed 20 yards instead of 10, and they had a nice play, but still 15 yards short of the first.
So Wright with a little bit more hurry up as they move to the line of scrimmage. Doubles again to each side. The back sets to his right. Goes with a hard count. Nashville stays put with Jadon Williamson and Irby right there in that middle. And now they say that there is movement, and they'll back up the Leopards 5 yards.
So Malvern not helping themselves at all on this drive. A holding penalty. Now the motion penalty going to cost them another 5. And we're back to 2nd and 20 for the Leopards.
So 11:03 to go in the final period of play. 28-14 Nashville lead. Doubles again each side. Right now we're taking handoff football. We almost take that handoff there. Coming on the blitz was a Barry Williams, and he just about took it out of the hands of Wright when he handed it off to Clegg and drops him for a loss.
Yeah, good penetration that time by the defensive front of the Scrappers. And it's going to be 3rd and a long, long way to go. The scoreboard says 18. I thought it was a little bit more.
They actually give him 2 yards. I thought it was a loss.
I would like you. I thought it was a loss.
So to bring up 3rd and 18, Wright, the quarterback, looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket. There comes pressure, throws it up, and it'll be a jump ball, and that's good coverage by the defense as Gray, along with Gillum, will knock the ball out of there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, good coverage deep, but even more importantly, good pressure on the quarterback. Really, that time, Wright had no chance to set up and get the throw off. I think his arm may have even been hit a little bit as he was throwing, and that ball just kind of floated up there for a long time. Plenty of time for defensive backs of Nashville to converge on the receiver and knock that pass away.
So Northcross and Gray will stand at about the 46-yard line. There's the punt. He'll punt it away to the Scrapper sideline off the side of the foot. Nashville will have great field position as that ball is going to be marked out at about where's he at? He's across the
40, maybe the 38 of Malvern.
So the Scrapper offense will come out, and boy, we need to put a few more points up. Everybody's going to look at this score around the state, and they're going to wonder what in the heck's going on. Malvern would have to win this game tonight to keep their hopes away for the playoffs. A loss and eliminates them from playoff chances, with the Arkadelphia Badgers playing the Leopards next week.
Yeah, Scrappers now in great shape. A little over 10 minutes remaining in the contest, and Nashville with 2-score lead, and got a chance to put another touchdown on the board. Certainly one more touchdown I would think would do it for sure, but even at this point, I think Nashville in really good shape here, up by 14 points.
So trips to the right side, one receiver to the left. Perrin is the back on the right side of Jacoby Hobson. Hobson with a quarterback draw. He'll spin inside, and he'll get a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards, depending on the spot.
Yeah, nice little pickup on 1st down for Nashville. Gets the clock moving. We're under 10 minutes now remaining in the game. And Scrappers, deep in Malvern territory here.
So 2nd down and 8 for the Nashville Scrappers, leading 28-14 with 9:44 to play in the contest. Doubles to each side, ball lays on the left hash. In the pistol is Perrin behind Jacoby Hobson. We'll hand it to Perrin. Perrin is going to bounce off one tackler, and he'll fall forward for a gain of about maybe 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. We're going to call it a long, or make that 3rd down and a long 5 to go.
Yeah, again, good running by Perrin. Just some hard yards that he picks up, and extra effort gets him a little bit more yardage. Scrappers need to get down inside the 30 to almost the 28-yard line.
So Jacoby Hobson goes with the pistol formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Coming off the edge, looks like the Leopards want to bring pressure. And we'll hand it again to Perrin. And, boy, he's going to be cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. And it's 4th and 4 for the Nashville offense.
Yeah, I think the Scrappers will go for it here. I could be wrong. They may want to punt it. But I think they'll just go for it here. And if they don't make it, not taking a chance on a block punt or a punt return, make Malvern earn it with their offense.
So Perrin will be the quarterback. The jumbo set comes in. 4 yards is needed for the 1st down. We'll go to the right side. Perrin's going to take it right side. He'll cut up. He'll spin out of a tackle going forward. We'll try to drag him, which is illegal, and we will move him forward, and he will get it's going to be close. He may have the 1st down by the help of Braden Irby just pulling him.
It looks like where the near official is standing, he's got the 1st down. And let's wait and see. 1st and 10 for the Scrappers. That was a good effort by Perrin that time. He could have been stopped well short of the first down, and somehow he spun out of a tackle, kept fighting forward. Like you said, got some pushing and some pulling to help him out, and he gets the first.
Hobson will keep it over the right side. Jacoby Hobson steps around one defender, cuts back against another, spins out of a tackle, and now he'll be knocked out of bounds. Boy, he is slippery, is the small quarterback for the Scrappers, and he'll pick up a nice gain of about 8 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and got close to the sideline, but didn't go out. Clock continues to run, 7:38 and counting. And the Scrappers, like you said, 2nd and short coming up, so they can take several more minutes off the clock here. They're in great shape in this one. Just don't want to turn the ball over here, anything like that.
Quarterback power to the left side. Hobson trying to get the edge, and he'll be called on that sideline. He'll be dropped for no gain, maybe a yard loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 as Hobson could not get around that final defender.
Yeah, but he keeps the clock moving. We're just about under 7 minutes to play. Scrappers leading 28-14 and need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
So Nashville takes their time here, 3rd and 3. Hobson looking to the sideline along with the rest of the offense for the Scrappers. Hobson with Perrin to his left side. He'll take it, hand it off to Perrin left side, and Perrin will fall forward, but he will not get the first down. It's going to bring up another 4th down for the Nashville offense, and let's see where they spot it. And we'll get the first down. So they moved the chains. I couldn't tell where the ball was going to be spotted.
I couldn't tell where they were spotting it either. I thought they were going to spot it a yard or so short. And but no, Perrin picks up the first down and keeps the clock moving. We're down to 6:20 and counting here.
Nashville with a bunch set to the right side. And again, this will be Hobson over the left side. He'll try to cut and get outside, and he'll be knocked out of bounds. And good job holding him up out of there. That was going to be a big penalty if they try to tackle him there.
Yeah, but they were able to force him out of bounds and stop the clock with 6:08 to play in the 4th quarter.
So a gain of about 5 yards will bring up make that about 4 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Nashville offense. Clock continues to really roll down. Perrin to be in the pistol right behind Hobson. Here's the snap, and again Hobson will keep it right side, and this time he will be dropped for a loss, as that's a good job by the defensive end reading that all the way. And now we'll move the football back for the Nashville offense. Make it 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it will be a loss, but again, Hobson with that play gets the ball running. Still 20 seconds on the play clock as we're down to 5:40 on the game clock.
So Nashville will have a tight end and a blocking back on the right side. There's the snap. Hobson looks to throw, looking downfield, and he'll throw it up and in and out of the hands. It goes right through the hands of Carson Chambers. Had a chance to come down with it. Instead, it will go through his hands, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that was a nice, nice call, as Chambers was open momentarily in the end zone, just could not hold on. Clock does stop, however, with 5:25 to play. And the Scrappers now with a 4th down and 10 at the 18-yard line.
4th and 10 will go empty. Hobson back to throw, looking, got all day. He'll throw across the middle, wide open as that was Chambers coming across the middle. Nobody around him. He throws it too high, out of the hands, and the Leopards will take the ball over on downs. But, boy, we have a wide open receiver in Carson Chambers coming right across that goal line.
I'm not sure Chambers was the intended receiver. Another receiver was behind him, and I think he was the intended receiver. I think that was it number 1 that time for Nashville?
Yeah, that would have been Northcross if it was.
I think he was the intended receiver, and Chambers came over and got a hand on the ball, and then Northcross didn't have a chance to come down with it. But nevertheless, it's going to be 1st down from Malvern as they're trying to get it going the other way. Leopards have all 3 timeouts remaining, but they have really not moved the ball. They've really struggled on offense tonight.
So 28-14, 5:19 to play here in the contest. Lepers come out. The White will be in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. He'll put a man in motion across the formation, and White looks to throw. That's going to be a slant pattern that's caught, and a pickup of about 8 or 9 yards on that play as Trenton Northcross will make the play. And it'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the Malvern offense.
I think the Scrappers will be happy to let them have that play for time after time here, just taking time off the clock, under 5 minutes to go.
And Wright will keep it and call his own number around the left side, and he will pick up the first down, and making that play for Nashville is going to be Cortez Cooper, who come up from that safety position. So 1st and 10 with 4:49 and counting here. Nashville up 28-14. Wright to take the football, wants to throw it out, and that's a knee down, and he's right there. He caught it with a knee on the ground, so no gain. He'll actually lose a yard on that play.
He would have been better off dropping that pass because the clock continues to move. We're down to 4:30 and counting. And like you said, they lost a yard on the play, so really better off just dropping that one.
So Wright again in the shotgun, going to swing it out to his back in the flat. Nashville right there. He'll run through one tackle, does Clegg, and as he got through the tackle of Gillum, as Cortez Cooper will knock him out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down.
And gets the first down, stops the clock. Well, actually, they're going to be a little bit short of the first down, Coach. They
are.
Need about 4 or 5 yards remaining. 4:15 to play. The clock stopped momentarily.
So doubles to each side. Wright, your quarterback, tries to draw the Nashville defense off. They won't budge. Now he'll move Clegg to the right side. Wright takes the snap, looking to throw. Going to throw it downfield. Got the receiver out there. Going to overthrow him. Nashville had pretty good coverage with Gray coming over from the safety position, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, good coverage on the far side of the field. And now 4th and about 5 for Malvern. And Scrappers, I mean, if they can get a stop here, I think the game's over anyway, but a stop here would certainly ensure that the Scrappers would go home with a win.
So 4th down and 5, we'll call it, for the Malvern Leopards. Wright, your quarterback, takes the snap. And it looks like that should be a hold, and they will, as they could not handle M.J. Johnson right there. They just had to grab him. Ball goes incomplete. That's a hold that will be called against the Leopards that we can decline.
Yeah, that's going to be declined, and the Scrappers will take over on downs. And Coach, that should wrap things up. And in 4 minutes and 6 seconds, the Nashville Scrappers are going to be the 2025 7-4A conference champs.
Yeah, they will be the conference champs, but boy, just something about this ball game. We haven't played like we played during the year, Mark, so it's going to kind of leave a bad taste, but maybe it comes at a right time to get everybody's attention. You just don't show up and win easily.
Yep.
This team is going to finish near the bottom of the 7-4A conference, and you didn't play well tonight. May go out and get another score here. You're up 2 scores, and believe me, I'd rather win than anything else, but just not, boy, you see Deshaun Hawkins, he is limping out there at that right tackle. We don't need to lose that guy. So Hobson in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to he will keep it over the right side, and he'll be hit hard from behind and moved forward for a gain of about 4. Make that 5 on the carry, so it'll bring up. Now they will keep it at 4. It's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Malvern elects to use their timeouts here. I got to think this game is over with 3:44 and counting. I don't think Malvern can score twice in the last 3.5 minutes, but they might decide to use their timeouts, make Nashville earn it here down the stretch.
So Hobson, your quarterback, he's going to keep it on the quarterback keep right up the gut. Maybe a gain of 1, but not much more than that. They'll give him actually about 3 yards on that, so to bring up 3rd down. We're going to call it a long 4 for the Nashville offense as time's called. We'll take a break here with
Contact Lisa or Gary at 870-845-5930. Go Scrappers.
At Elor School Dining, our commitment is to provide great meals to students and be a trusted member of the community. We bring our culinary expertise to schools across the country to make sure our food is healthy and delicious.
At UA Cossatot, we train our students for high-paying, in-demand jobs in nursing, welding, automotive and diesel, truck driving, cybersecurity, cosmetology, education, business, agriculture, OTA, PTA, and more. Check us out at www.cccua.edu.
For over 100 years, Diamond Bank has served our local communities, providing anything
We'll bring in the jumbo set, and we'll run it right side, and that will be Perrin running the football, and he will fall forward. And he's close to moving the chains, and there comes a flag in late.
I'm not sure what that's going to be. It looked like it's too late for a hold, and so is it something after the play, some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct or something like that?
I'm sure somebody said something down there.
Clock stop, 3:11 remaining. Scrappers leading 28-14. And Coach, we just need to get this one over with.
We need everybody healthy, and I see Deshaun Hawkins down there kind of limping around the right tackle. And like I say, we'll go back home, play Genoa next week, and wrap up the regular season. Goes against Nashville on that penalty. That's going to be a sideline warning against Malvern. So let's see what we got.
They called it sportsmanlike against Nashville. I don't know what the Scrappers did. I didn't see anything. Did you?
I'm sure somebody's down there talking.
But it looked like the play was still going on when they threw the flag. I don't know.
So the Scrappers looks like they're going to bring in the punt team, or now it's third down. They're not bringing in a punt team. Let's see what he wants to do. He takes out the jumbo set, and coming back in will be Jacoby Hobson. And Nashville with a third down, and going to be about 20 to go for the Scrappers right here. It is fourth down. And we will bring on the punt team. I thought it was fourth down, and they changed it back to the down marker to third, then changed it back to fourth. So Moody will come on to punt with 2:57 and counting. Nashville up 28-14.
Yeah, they got a long way to go for the first down. Scoreboard says 20. I think it's farther than 20 yards, though.
So there's the snap. Moody will get the punt away, and that will kind of come off the side of his foot into the bench of the Lepers. Not a very good punt there. Moody's had some good punts tonight, but that's not one of them.
Yeah, that one off the side of his foot goes out around the 30-yard line, maybe 31, something like that. Not sure where they're marking it out. Right around the Malvern 30.
So 2:37 left to go in the contest. Nashville really wanted to put another score on the board. Could not get it done, and another costly penalty backed them way up. And then a poor punt gives the Lepers the ball at the 30-yard line coming out. They'd like to get another score. You never know. Go down and get you a quick score, get the onside kick. You could tie this thing up, Mark.
I mean, it's theoretically possible. I don't see that happening, but that is certainly possible. They got one timeout remaining.
So Wright looking to throw. Going to throw deep down the middle of the field. Everybody's there, and there's a lot of folks going up for that football. Two of the receivers in the same spot for the Lepers. Nashville had 4 defenders back there to knock it away. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 as Wright just threw it up amongst everybody back there on the back end.
Yeah, I said Malvern had one timeout. They still got 2 timeouts remaining.
So again, they'll go doubles to each side. And he'll put a man across the formation. Wright looking to throw. Going to be a quick out. Nashville's going to pick it off with Gillum. Gillum could go to the end zone if he can get by the quarterback, and he'll push him into the end zone. Touchdown Scrappers on the pick 6. So they throw it on the outside there on the stop, and Gillum steps in front of it for the touchdown for the Nashville defense.
That was a really nice play by Gillum. Just stepped right in front of the intended receiver. Excellent play. Great job reading the pass, and Gillum takes it all the way. Just does get into the end zone, but that's all you need.
That's all that matters.
Touch that, get that ball across the plane, touch the plane, and you got the score, and that's what Nashville has here. And if the game wasn't over, it certainly is at this point.
So on comes Flores to kick the football. Great placement down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:25 to go after a defensive pick six, Nashville up 35-14. We'll take a break, and we'll be back. This is Scrapper Football.
From checking accounts to home, business, and farm loans. Come see us at 301 North Main in Nashville, or go to www.diamond.bank and find your nearest branch. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Local Edward Jones financial advisor Josh Tice is proud to serve Nashville and the surrounding communities, helping families and individuals reach their financial goals. Located right here in Nashville, Josh understands the values of our community and is committed to helping you make the most of your hard-earned money. With a neighborly approach and trusted Edward Jones resources, he'll work with you to create a financial strategy designed to last. Stop by Josh's office or give him a call to take the first step towards a financial future. Proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers. Go Scrappers!
Hendry Oil Company is a proud supporter of the Nashville Scrappers, a family-owned business since 1994 founded by Dickie and Lynn Hendry. Come
Back as there is 2:25 left to go. Nashville up 35-14. Perez with the approach. Here is the kick, and he'll just pop it up. Will it stay in bounds? No, it will not. And the Leopards can take it at the 35, and I believe that's what they're going to do, Mark.
Yeah, I think so. Last time Nashville did that, the officials assessed a 5-yard penalty on top of it going out of bounds, which I've never seen happen before. And so I'm not sure if there's going to be a 5-yard penalty added on here or not, but at this point it doesn't really matter.
So the Malvern offense will come out one more time. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. It'll lay on the right hash. 2:25 to go in this contest. 35-14 Nashville lead. They'll send two receivers to each side. Right, your Malvern quarterback in the shotgun with Clegg to the left side. He'll flare Clegg to the left side. He's going to throw it late, and he's got an open receiver, and we'll bump him out of bounds with Gillum right there. That's a long throw, but on the money that time.
Yeah, but not a lot of yards. It was across the field, not really downfield. Picks up about 14 yards up to the 47-yard line of the Leopards. Is enough for the first down. Does go out of bounds to stop the clock at 2:19, but Leopards still have a long way to go here.
Doubles to east side as Wright takes the football. Looking, there comes the pressure, and the ball's out as we hit Wright and really hit him hard that time, as that was Staggers that really hit him from the coming from the left side. Ball flew out of there, but Leopards able to get back on it, but Staggers lit him up.
Yeah, we've gotten to Wright a couple times tonight, but not really hit him in the backfield. Not really any sacks, but that one was really good.
So a loss of about 10 yards on that play. Wright's going to scramble to his right and throw late. As he throws down, it does hit the turf, so it goes incomplete, and it's going to bring up third down. We're going to call it 17. Correction on that to go for the Malvern offense, 1:41 and counting, as that does stop the clock.
And clock stopped after that incomplete pass. Leopards trailing by 3 touchdowns here, 35-14. Scrappers will be the conference champs for the first time in 5 years, so that does feel good.
So trips to the right side, one receiver split wide left. Wright looking to throw, going to throw back with the screen, and he'll get it to Janelle, the big running back. He's up the Malvern sideline, and we'll hog tie him there. Good play by Bryce Perrin coming up to get him at the ankles and keep him in bounds.
He just does pick up the first down by about 2 yards to the Nashville 40, so the clock stopped for just a moment while they reset the chains. And now starting again at 1:30.
So the ball will be placed down at the 40-yard line on the left hash. Trips to the right side. Wright takes the snap. Going to throw quickly and out of bounds. He'll get it completed that time to Cooper. A gain of about 7 yards on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Nashville trying just to keep everything in front of them with a minute 14 on the clock.
So, Coach, next week the Scrappers returning to Scrapper Stadium to wrap up the regular season.
Yes, sir. It'll be senior night, the last regular season game of the year. And again, Wright's being chased in the backfield. He'll throw across the middle. He's got an open receiver, and getting out of bounds again will be Cooper. So a good job of evading the rush first by the quarterback for the Leopards, and then making the completion.
Yeah, but time running out on the Leopards. Its clock has stopped with 1:07 to play, as the receiver did go out of bounds, but still not a whole lot of time left to work with for Malvern.
So right in the shotgun, Janelle, the running back, to his left. He'll put a man in motion across the formation. Looking to throw, sets up the screen again to the big running back. He's got running room. Janelle, he's going to make it to about the 1-yard line. The ball comes out, but the ground caused the fumble. So he'll get it about to the 1. Boy, that's twice they've run that screen to perfection.
The clock stopped momentarily with just 56 seconds left. Malvern's getting back to the line of scrimmage. Clock has started now.
So the ball lays right at the 1-yard line. Leopards trying to get on the board with 45 seconds and counting. Wright takes the snap. He'll give it, and they do not get in. And they'll actually lose a yard on that play. Coming up was Aid along with Abari Williams to make that play from the linebacker positions. Timeout being called by the Leopards with 32 seconds. And we're going to keep it right here. Nashville up 35-14, 32 seconds to go, Mark. Yeah, we're going to win the football game, but it was not a very typical Scrapper football game that we're used to seeing tonight. A lot of mistakes and some miscues out here.
Yeah, Nashville has played so well in recent weeks and been so efficient and played well on offense, taking advantage of opportunities. Defense has seemed, very dominant at times the last few weeks. And tonight Malvern is, they just kind of like one of those boxers that they just kind of jab and they do the rope-a-dope, and you just can't seem to really get that knockout punch, and they just kind of hang around, and that seems like what Malvern's done tonight. They gotten a few plays here and there. If you look at the stats, Nashville is pretty much dominated, but the Leopards have just, they've just kind of hung around. They're not in the game now, of course, but they've made it a little closer than you and I would have liked to have seen.
So they'll load it up on the left side, do the Leopards. And Wright will take the football, and he will hand it, and nowhere to go will be the running back, and another yard loss. So going the wrong way will be the Leopards. Can Nashville keep them out of that end zone?
Now, the scoreboard still says, well, it did say 2 timeouts. They've gone down to 1 timeout, and Leopards choosing not to use it right now. We're down to 13 seconds and counting. Malvern has a chance for one more play here.
And there's the snap. Wright's going to be chased. Now he'll throw to the corner, and the ball goes incomplete. And they'll have one more shot with 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, this should be the last play of the game coming up. Whether they score or don't score, this game just about to end. When the season began, Malvern picked as one of the top teams in the conference, and certainly when Nashville defeated Arkadelphia, I assumed that we'd be meeting Malvern here tonight, and the Leopards would also be undefeated in conference, but that's not how things have played out.
And with the last play of the ball game, Wright is going to try to throw. He'll throw the out pattern, no good, and it goes incomplete. And the final score will be Nashville 35-14 as they keep the Leopards out on the 3-yard line. The Nashville Scrappers will be the 7-4A conference champions after defeating the Leopards here tonight. We'll be at home next week. And Mark, so a good job by Coach Brad Cheshire and his crew.
Yeah, it really is. We would have liked to have seen the Scrappers, play a little bit better and win by a little bit more. But when you get down to it, Nashville's playing a team on the road. It's never easy to win on